everyone, and welcome to Nicknames Games, episode 1 for the week of, well, the day, I guess, because this is a very specific and special day, for June 11th, 2019.
Woo!
The end of the end of the E3
Woo!
press conferences. Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Okay, now you sound like an owl stuck in my cupboard.
Woo!
Oh my
Can
gosh.
you tell I'm having fun? Woo!
E-
I'm screaming because
the
it's on
same-
the screen.
It's the same monotone.
Woo!
Each and every week, we bring you all the video game love and keep you informed about what's going on in the video game industry. I am your host, Nick, naming games on Nicknames Games, and alongside me is my co-host, Zach. How's it going?
Woo!
Woohoo!
It's good.
Good. Cool.
You can tell because I'm shouting it.
I know,
everything.
it's very fun. It's very exciting for
Isn't
the audience.
it? Don't you just love it?
I do love it, and you know why I love it?
No.
It's not rhetorical.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Because this is Nicknames Games, the podcast where we talk about what we've been video gaming and give you our thoughts. Want to be a part of the cast? You can head on over to patreon.com/nicknamesmovies, where you can donate as low as $1 and get the episodes a day early. If you don't want to donate, it's no big deal. Every episode will be live every Sunday on YouTube on your podcast service of choice. You can also head over to tpublic.com/user/nicknamesmovies to find our merch and help represent your favorite new podcasts. But now, let's dive into the loading screens. Zach,
Whoa.
what have you been playing?
I have been playing just basically Persona 4 Golden over and over and every day of my life.
And that was the PlayStation 3 Persona?
No, that was
PlayStation
it was the updated version of the PS2.
Oh,
Persona,
PS2.
But it was on the Vita,
Oh, okay.
and I have a Vita TV,
Gotcha.
so I can play it in my living room.
Okay.
It's basically the only thing I use it for.
And it was the one that came before Persona 5, the golden darling
Yes,
of Atlas.
yes.
That
Which
game.
I also played.
I played. Okay, so like 6 months after the game came out, and after our mutual friend
Yeah.
Jose introduced it to me, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I remember you trying it out.
I tried it out for like a good 4 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah, which is fine, and like that's a good time to call it.
Yeah.
Because alternatively, if it is for you, like it is for me, you will spend. I think I spent 3 months straight just playing Persona 5.
Oh wow, that's time commitment.
Yeah, and so far on Golden, which I'm not playing. I'm still playing very heavily, but I'm not playing as frequently.
Because you're an adult with a job.
Yeah. Well, I was an adult with a job when 5 came out.
Oh well,
too.
I was trying to
I've
hide
just-
your sadness.
I think the thing is I played 4 before, and I technically have never actually played Golden all the way through, so this is my first time going all the way through Golden. But most of it is pretty much the same, so I'm
Gotcha.
not like, oh, I need to know what happens, because I already know.
Yeah,
Aside from, like, there's some extra stuff at the end, you get a couple extra weeks or extra months.
Oh cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of this means.
Yeah, well, if you played Persona, you would.
Well, I mean, it's
So
been a
you're
long time.
not hyped for Persona 5R then?
Actually, I am. I'm willing. I want to give it another shot. You know,
Yeah.
I go through JRPGs. I always have one in my back pocket to play,
Yeah.
and we'll talk about a lot of them. I
Mm.
assume that have been announced for E3 2019, coming out this year and the beginning of next year. But Persona 5, I want to give it another shot because It's not like Breaking Bad or Walking Dead or Game of
Right.
Thrones where everybody loves it, but there's also a lot of people that don't.
Yeah.
Every single person loves Persona 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I mean, yeah, when you're in, you're in. You're
Yeah,
in
when you're in,
super
you're in.
hard. My wife will tell you
My wife. I'm sorry. And when I hear it, I got to do it. All right.
I always go with my wife,
Oh,
which is Gears of War 3. That's all
oh,
Dom
the worst
says
one.
Dom always just says, my wife, my wife, my wife. Dude,
Rest,
that whole
rest in
game.
peace.
Yeah, poor Dom.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure for Persona 5 I spent like a total of 300 hours. on that.
Jesus Christo.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to the Royal. pretty
I
good.
mean, it's got new additional content, so it's the time to jump in.
well, and
New character.
as I was saying with Persona 4 Golden, they always add, extra stuff. They usually extend the game
Right.
by at least a couple months, and you have new scenarios that you can do with your friends. And they have a new trailer out, actually, that just came out, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. I want to
Right.
say it was like Sunday it came
Okay.
out. That kind of detailed a lot of those extra things
Gotcha.
shown off in the trailer. So, yeah, looking forward to that. What have you been playing?
I have been playing. So I'm a cheapskate, right? I've been playing.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
wrong with value gaming.
No. So currently, my game systems are my PC and my PlayStation 2,
Yes,
and I've been playing Final Fantasy 12. You walked in on me playing it,
I did.
pervert.
Well, it was better than what I walked into on Saturday.
Last week, yeah, with the Netflix Black Mirror sex scene. That was great. You can actually check out that hilarious scene in last week's Nicknames Movies podcast. But, yeah, Final Fantasy 12, the original, not Zodiac Age, not with all the improvements,
Yeah,
and in hilarious SD quality.
yeah. Those are fantastic when it came
It still
out.
looks good. I actually have it hooked up to a 4K
Yeah.
HDMI converter, and that way it could fill up my TV. Because otherwise it's like in a box. It's not just. It's not
just like 4x6.
It's not, yeah, it's not even 16:9 like it should be. It's like 16 by like 11, and also
jeez.
pushed up like 6 inches. So it's very weird. So I've been playing that, and of course, I'm always going to be playing Overwatch on my PC, and then playing a couple indies here and there. But
I think
couldn't
you're
do
like
names.
the only other person that I know that plays Overwatch.
I love it.
Like still.
I don't know why I do, but it's and there's a game that we'll talk about later that I'm kind of excited
I
for.
think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it was at one of the bigger ones,
Mhm,
but
yeah.
I still play Overwatch because it's one of those. It's like Team Fortress
Yeah.
or CS:GO. It's one of those games that you can play over and over and over and over and over again, as long as they continue to update it and continue to show the community that they care about it. Then I'll keep playing it.
So would you want to Overwatch 2? Or would you rather them work off of Overwatch?
I'd rather them work off of Overwatch. Here's the thing: Overwatch 2 means that there would have to be like,
New heroes and whatnot.
but you might as well just do that for Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's one of those always changing games, but
But if you do Overwatch 2, you can get another $60 out of someone.
yeah, that's very much. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, it's Activision Blizzard, so
Womp womp.
womp womp. I could play that or any of the other Activision games.
Yeah,
on there.
you need to remember that they are releasing the classic version of World of Warcraft
Yeah,
after getting rid of the classic servers
yeah.
that people were running on their own
That was Activision's idea.
because they can make money off of it.
Yeah. Didn't they take that idea from like some modders who were doing it
Yeah,
on those servers? I guess.
they had created their own servers.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they modded it. They might have just rolled back all the updates or something.
Gotcha.
And yeah, they weren't doing anything
Wrong.
technically wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, they can say it's in their TOS all they want, but like it's
You
not
can't
like
get rid of the updates.
it's not like they were like trafficking humans or.
Whoops.
Yep. That. Whoop.
So, just a little recap. We had recorded, I don't know how long.
Probably an extra 30 minutes at least.
We recorded like 30 minutes of stuff after talking about trafficking humans or not trafficking humans.
We got into the actual podcast after our what we're playing now.
Yeah, and I clicked away and I must have stopped the recording. So now we are just going to continue from here.
So what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna run through. We're talking about E3 2019.
Yes.
And
Excited.
we're going to run through what we've already covered, and then we will continue on as we were,
Yeah.
as we would have.
Where did we stop?
We stopped at Spirit Fair. No, Battletoads. We stopped at
Battletoads. Okay. So I feel sorry for Cyberpunk, but
Yeah.
let's do it.
Okay, real quick. EA Play, nothing to note. Star Wars for 15 minutes, it looked good, and then
Stinky.
mermaids from
Stinky
CERN.
poo poo.
That's fine. Football, soccer, blah, 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 blah.
Woo!
Microsoft starts. Outer Worlds comes up. We're both intrigued.
Yeah.
Um,
You're more excited than I
yeah.
am, but that's your thing.
Moving on. Ninja Theory's Bleeding Edge which is their 4v4
3v3.
3v3 3v3 Overwatch clone.
Looks
That's
really
not
cool.
Overwatch.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see with gameplay.
Yep. After that, Microsoft Game Studios, Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Very gorgeous. I'm willing to buy an Xbox for it.
Yeah, very beautiful art direction. Next up was Minecraft Dungeons, a spinoff, a Gauntlet spinoff for Minecraft.
Cool.
Yeah, we're fine. Next up was a trailer for Star Wars Fallen Order. It looked good.
It was more.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
what we got. It's what we wanted from EA Play.
Yeah. Blair Witch, surprise Blair Witch game announcement. Which
Looks kind of like Outlast.
the-
Intrigued.
a game that's been in development hell for a while. Nick ate spaghetti while watching Blair Witch.
Oh man, we missed that. Aw.
Next up was CD Projekt Cyberpunk 27. Now has a release date.
27.
2077, not 27. It's the
Uh,
27th Cyberpunk.
What is it?
Release date is April 16th, 1920. Jesus.
Do
2020.
you need a second?
Maybe I'm going too fast, apparently. We're both stoked about this.
Yeah, very excited. This is one of my most anticipated
Yeah.
games for next year,
Top 3 for me.
for sure.
Up after that was Thunder Lotus, Thunder Lotus's Spiritfarer, which
Yeah.
is like you build a houseboat and there are
Houseboat.
animals with you.
Explore with animals and stuff. It looks the art style again
Mhm.
looks very intriguing.
Yeah.
Love good indie game. I'm always willing to try an indie game. So let's jump on that.
And then where we stopped was Battletoads.
Oh yeah. Let's just skip over Battletoads
Yeah.
as well
Yeah.
because very cool. Original Battletoads was really hard. I never beat it. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
But toads.
but Toads, and your Zits or Pimple or
Rash.
Gash.
Rash.
Rash.
Gash.
Sorry, whatever. Oh god. But yeah, it's cool for
And-
the people who are nostalgic for that stuff.
Yeah. I was slightly underwhelmed by it, even though if you had asked me a year ago, I was excited, but now I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, you got to move on. There's too many games.
And that is where we left it. So,
Oh wow, we recapped 30 minutes in
Yeah.
about
5.
5. Was that
But-
even 5 minutes?
Probably not.
Nah, we'll see.
But you missed all the witty banter.
I know
and
the
back and
spaghetti
forth.
story with my
Oh.
date. Oh, I'm not. Hold on. With
Well, now
I
you-
had a meet cute. She came over. We had
with
spaghetti,
spaghetti. It was like Lady and the Tramp, but it ended badly.
and we
apparently.
watched Blair Witch because she wanted to watch a scary movie. And
It was scarily made.
yes, I did not care because I had other intentions.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on.
After Battletoads, which I couldn't find. Well, I honestly didn't look to see who this was. RPG Time, I think is what it was called.
Yes.
The Legend of Right.
This was
It's
the
Notebook one.
yeah, though it had like 6 different art styles.
Yeah,
in it.
yeah. There was like a arts and craft, like diorama thing, and then there was like a sketch
Yeah.
style and a notebook. Yeah, it looked interesting.
It looked interesting. I just wanted it to kind of focus on like one part of it because it was
Yeah.
kind of whiplash.
I will say I'm not quite sure what the game is.
Yeah, it was.
It
Just,
looks cool.
it's a hodgepodge,
I've definitely
amalgamation.
I haven't seen anything like it.
a
before.
cornucopia.
Ooh.
Thank you.
But yeah.
I'm still so pissed. I lost that
I
30
know.
minutes of footage.
Well, we can only look ahead now.
Recording, not footage.
Yeah, it's all
See, we're only human.
right.
Moving on.
After that was the sizzle reel, their indie sizzle reel.
Okay, and here's why I wanted to bring up the Kind of Funny press conference
Uh-huh.
because showcase, because what they do much better. The Xbox Xbox presentation
You could
horribly
say
does.
press conference.
Yeah, I might as well. It's what these big companies decide to do with all their indie games that people would normally be excited for.
Yeah,
They just like
shove it
into
into one
there
space.
because, like, hey,
We care about indies.
yeah,
We do.
because the company's paid
Uh-huh.
for their game to show up. It's sad to see because a lot of them looked interesting the 2 seconds I got to see of them.
Right.
I know you probably didn't get down every single game.
All I did was sizzle reel.
Scissor reel, yeah, it's probably.
I wasn't.
best.
I was trying to take notes as everything popped up, and that sizzle reel. If I was gonna get everything, I would have to go back and pause.
Yeah.
every frame. It was gonna take me like 3 hours to get through the Microsoft press conference, and I did that.
But definitely, if you're interested in indie games and supporting indie developers, which I highly recommend you do, take another look back at that part of the press conference. You don't have a time code for that, do you?
I don't know.
Don't?
No.
Okay.
But there are always hidden gems in there.
And you'll find them on YouTube as well in
Mhm.
highlight reels
Yep.
for different YouTubers. So
Was there anything that you could think of in that sizzle reel that you were really liking?
the Xbox conference was so long ago. This past weekend just kind of like thundered by, and I know we're recording Tuesday, the evening of the
Yeah.
last big
Mhm.
conference of Nintendo, but I feel bad. I just like built up this whole, appreciate indies, but none of them,
Stood
none of the
out for
names
ya.
I remember,
Gotcha.
unfortunately.
Oh, well. Well, they'll have to prove their worth to you outside of the Xbox.
I mean, I'll see them. I'll see them around.
After the sizzle reel, someone came on stage to talk about Game Pass in a very stilted manner.
Who was that?
I don't remember her name,
Oh,
but
sad.
she was semi-excited for it. She was
Well, that's
very
her job.
She was very deliberate with her words.
She was. Well, they have to be for wording. This was them pricing the Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah, well, and Game Pass for PC is now a thing.
Oh yeah.
At no additional cost. So if you get Game Pass for one, you get Game Pass for the other.
Yeah. So what is the Ultimate if you're?
Ultimate is live and Game Pass all in one.
Gotcha. So
and that price is $14.99
as opposed to $9.99
for a month. Yeah.
So I mean,
Look, Game Pass is a really good deal.
yeah.
Especially if you're a big nostalgia gamer.
Yeah. Did you write down the list of games that were announced for Game Pass?
I didn't write them down, but I'm trying to remember. It was
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight, Metro Exodus,
Yeah.
Borderlands Handsome Collection, and what was it was the first one.
Hold on. Let me look it up. Actually, I don't own an Xbox, but you know what I do have? The Game Pass app for some reason. Because I'm being completely honest. When they were talking about it, I was like, I might get an Xbox.
Right.
Just because an Xbox One is cheaper than a PS4.
So I'll skip ahead while you're looking that up.
Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh, that's right.
Moonlighter, Metro Exodus, Borderlands, Supermarket Shriek, Shenmue 1 and 2, which, by the way, Shenmue 3, I don't know if you all have written it down. Shenmue 3 is an Epic Store exclusive.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All
So
right, well, that's a whole other thing.
there's a ton of great
Alright.
games on Game Pass where
Yeah, and it just kind of adds to their catalog, and a lot of their new stuff, their new indies especially, will be coming out on Game Pass day one, which is exciting.
especially like showing up right next to a AAA game like Batman
Mhm.
Arkham Knight or Metro Exodus.
Yeah.
You get Supermarket Shriek, they're like, oh, what's this about? There's a goat in a shopping cart.
Yeah. I think that was in the sizzle reel. That Supermarket Shriek.
Well, I mean, it's a game, though.
Yeah. Okay, so after they were done talking about that, they moved on to Microsoft Flight Simulator. They're having a new one come out for PC and console.
So, is this the first one in like a while?
So I don't remember what the last year was for Flight Simulator, but for the last like decade or so, they had Microsoft's Flight, which is basically Flight Simulator, but
Yeah.
you have to pay for every individual plane,
Right.
which sucks.
Yeah, that's dumb. Why not just have this be? This should be like a free program that they have on their browser or
Well-
like on their.
Well, to be fair, the fucking resources for this, man, like, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, the trailer for this, I was like, "What is this game? Is this
Yeah.
Pilot Wings?" I'm just kidding.
Pilot Wings.
I'm just kidding. That would be amazing.
Yeah,
but no.
I don't know how they would have managed that.
No, that's Nintendo. But yeah, just watching this trailer, I'm like, that's what?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? How? What?
It's very pretty.
You might as well be in the plane. If this was also VR, that would blow your fucking mind.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it down the line.
Yeah. Well, they have their HoloLens,
yeah.
which they didn't talk at all about VR, Xbox,
Nope.
or HoloLens.
But I think, and we'll get to it later, they're putting all their eggs into the Scarlet Basket.
next generation. I
Yep.
think that will definitely. They haven't talked about HoloLens at all, like anywhere.
Yeah.
So-
They're like dev kits being used,
Yeah.
utilized in different ways outside. It's kind of like
Pokemon.
what Kinect was,
Yeah.
what ended up being.
So I think they're just being more careful with their peripherals.
Yeah.
Anyway, video games.
After Flight Simulator, Age of Empires 2 comes out for like the 20th time.
So people were making fun about like, why would they? Who cares? This was the first RTS I ever played. This is the first
I
PC
love
game
Age
I
of
ever played.
Empires, yeah.
Age of Empires 2 Gold Edition, I think, when it came out, or when I had it. Love it. I love that game.
I don't remember. Isn't the one on Steam the gold version, or the version on Steam of gold version? Version. Oh my god, I can't talk. Fuck me, dude.
You need a minute?
I thought that was like up-resed a little bit and like streamlined or something.
This one looks kind of like it's like a port.
It looks
basically.
cleaner, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's a PC game that you won't.
Hey, Age of Empires 2 gets tons of traction on Steam, so people still play it. It's still great.
Yeah. It's the RTS game that, like, if I don't want to play a 60-hour game of Civilization.
Fuck you. Civ's great. I love Civ.
Civ's fine.
I love it.
We never play together.
Well, I
You, me, and T.
am always ready for a Civ game. You just have to say, hey, you want to play Civ? I'll be like, fuck yeah,
I never have the time.
I work at 7, but I'll fucking stay up for 10 hours.
Well, I'm already in the space age, motherfucker. Anyway, Civ's fine.
Culturewood is the way to go.
Wait, 5 or 6? Civ 5 or 6?
Well, both.
I've
put like 200 hours into Civ 5.
What a nerd. That was a trick. And he failed. Go on. What's the next game?
After, where were we? Wasteland 3. Came up to talk to you about Colorado. Scary.
Cool. Been there.
Yeah. I never got around to playing Wasteland 2, but apparently Wasteland's very liked franchise.
It's Fallout art mixed with XCOM.
Well, it looks like Shadowrun, which I love. Shadowrun's amazing. But yeah, I had no feelings on Wasteland 3. And then I don't know if this is right. Did they just partnered with Double Fine, right?
No, they own
They
Double Fine.
acquired Double Fine?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
They are no longer an independent studio.
God damn it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I was right. Microsoft acquires Double Fine. But the nice thing about this is we're getting Psychonauts 2
Hopefully
with
sooner.
a good budget.
Hopefully sooner.
I actually just finished Psychonauts 1 like less than a year ago.
I mean, GOG and Steam and anywhere else, they just basically give you that game.
It's like $3 most of the time.
Yeah.
I think I bought it on my PS4 for like $250.
Does it hold up?
Well, it's hard for me to say because I never played it originally.
Okay.
It's fun. I think the controls are a little wonky.
Okay.
So I'm really hoping that they kind of work on kind of how messy it feels sometimes in Psychonauts 2. But it's funny. I was laughing a lot.
I have it on the PC. I'll have to give it a shot. So.
Yeah, it's quick too. You can beat it in I think less than 10 hours.
Oh, not bad.
That might be pushing it, but
most of the games you can beat super quick.
If you want to do like I did 100% on it, I got my platinum for it.
Ooh,
and that took,
brag about it.
I think that took like 20 hours. So even it's pretty quick. Yeah.
It's pretty quick. 20 hours.
It is pretty, dude. I just told you that I spent 200 or 300 hours on Civ,
but
while
that's
also spending 200 or 300 hours on Persona.
I know.
So I'm in for long plays, motherfucker.
I don't understand. Okay, but I understand adults have different lives. You know, everybody lives a different life.
Are you judging me?
I'm a little dead to you. Wait, I have the background.
You're dead to me.
I'm a little dead to you.
Oh wow, that's
no. But like every time I come home from work, I'm like, should I watch TV and then pass out on my couch, or should I play a video game for like an hour and then get bored? So like,
oh well, welcome to the video game podcast.
Yeah. Episode 1 and probably the last. No, but like it's just about time management and stuff. Like, maybe I shouldn't be playing an RPG like Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, I also have Burnout to play.
Yeah,
so.
I mean RPGs especially will sink a lot of your time. I mean, I spend basically the only thing I play is Persona.
But at least you're focused on that. Whereas kids these days they'll buy a game.
Oh yeah,
play it
man. Kids these days.
Yes, I feel old every day I wake
up. Kids these
these
days with their fucking Fortnites and
yes. Free to play games where they spend their mom's credit card on V-Bucks. Let's just move on.
Anyway.
Kids suck.
Yeah. Next up was Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, which is all 9 films.
So they'll have a new Lego Star Wars game come out, or they'll just add it to this.
That's what I'm wondering too. Is this just like the complete saga that came out way back, remastered, and then
Yeah.
they're adding
All the way up until Force Awakens.
Yeah.
They don't have a Last Jedi one.
No, not yet, but that's gonna be in this one.
Why
Yeah, I don't know.
2
man.
years after?
I don't know. But
Okay.
okay, it's a Lego game. You know
Okay,
what
cool.
you're gonna get.
It's like fucking kids.
For the award for the sorry, I'm skipping ahead.
Oh.
Never mind. We'll get to the award for the wettest fart later.
The what?
The wettest fart.
Oh, okay. I think I
Um,
know what you're talking about.
After Lego was Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is the action RPG's name, like actual name. Now.
So it just looked like
It's,
they
you're
didn't
you're
really-
basically going through the show.
they're going through the show
Yeah,
again.
Yeah.
So it's
But I think like with the
Fighters?
like the Xenoverse stuff. Well, Fighters was its own story.
it's a
It's a completely OG story.
okay. The Xenoverse is going.
Xenoverse is like they have little sagas here and there, or that like little fights for each saga, and then they usually have like what if scenarios. What I'm gathering from this is like you are playing as Goku through the entire thing, and they
It's
call
gonna be
it
really
an,
boring when he dies
Well,
and just runs
yeah.
across
Well, they
the
call
bridge.
it an action RPG too, and there was like it just looked like a fucking Xenoverse game to
Yeah,
me.
just look like another fighting game.
So I don't know where the RPG comes in, but maybe they scrapped that part since it's not even part of the name anymore.
So this was Bandai Namco, right?
Yes.
So
they also do like the Naruto games.
yeah, they do basically any anime
Mm.
fighting game, One Piece, all
I
that
believe
stuff.
they're also doing the Kill la Kill game. Was it, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't show any of that. They need to have their own press conference, Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll all be all weebs.
Yeah.
You know, but
well, it wouldn't be much different from the Bethesda concert in that case.
or any anime convention where they show it
Concert,
off.
conference.
So, real quick, Bandai Namco. Do you think in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot they're going to have English voice acting?
Yes.
You do think so?
Uh,
Okay, but because for the last couple of games they haven't.
not for the Dragon Ball games.
No, not for Jump Force either.
No, for the Dragon Ball games, they have had. The
Oh, they
English
have?
cast, yeah.
Okay.
Like
So-
Fighters had both. You could switch between Japanese and English,
I mean, it's
but usually
Cool.
when they localize the Dragon Ball games, like the Xenoverse games, those are just all in English. I don't think they have an option for Japanese voices.
Oh.
They'll probably have the option in this one because Fighters did that, and
Yeah.
a lot of people like that.
maybe it's different teams, like
Well,
depending on.
And Fighters was really cool because you could do it based on individual characters. You could decide which ones did Japanese. So if you wanted to hear Old Man or Old Lady Goku,
Nice.
and then have what's his name? Guy who does Vegeta. Nope, I forget. But if you want to have English Vegeta, then you can have it.
Cool.
Anyway, moving on. 12 Minutes was up next, and this looks fucking cool.
This was in my top 10. This is actually a game that they've been developing for over 4 years.
Oh, really? I didn't realize the dev time
Yeah.
was that long.
Well, the art style has changed dramatically.
Okay.
There's already,
Has it always been kind of like a top?
Yeah.
Okay.
as far as I can tell,
Top-down,
there are
so-
gameplay demos that are on YouTube that you can check out. But it's kind of a murder mystery.
You're stuck in a time loop.
Stuck in a time
Yeah.
loop, which is like the theme.
Yeah, there
for
were a
E3.
couple of those for this year.
But it looks very intriguing. It looks like it's probably going to be a very short game.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's 12 minutes.
yeah, very short. But I'm always interested in indie games that are trying to do something new and different. This looks really cool.
Yeah,
So-
it does. I was pretty excited about this one. After that was Way to the Woods. Do you remember this one?
Way of the Woods?
Way to the Woods.
Way to the Woods? I feel like I remember the trailer. No, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
click.
don't touch that.
Touch the
We already went down that road.
Oh boy.
Way to the Woods was. Oh, this was the deer game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Were
this
you the
look-
bombardier?
This looked neat.
Oh, this is your wife would love this game.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it looks It looks
And
really
it looks
cool
good.
too,
No,
yeah.
it's not, that wasn't meant to be like. I just meant like she.
Yeah,
seems like the
it's
type
it's
that would love that
different.
game.
It's not. It doesn't look like kind of your normal gameplay experience.
very serene, very
Yeah,
journey-esque. I would say.
you play a mama deer who is escorting their young doe.
Yeah.
Foal. Foal.
It
foal
depends
for
on the
deer.
gender, I think.
I think it's just always foal for deer.
Is it?
For baby deer.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. You're right. I was like, yeah, no, John Doe and Jane Doe.
No, not that
Heyo,
one.
I'm full of them.
And there's a giant cat apparently at one point.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I love me some pussycats. I put cats at the end. We're going PG with this.
That looked neat. I'll
Fucking
probably check that out when it's
glowing antlers and all that.
yeah.
To
Well,
like I guess use electricity. It looks really cool. Indeed, really cool.
after that was Gears 5. Yep. Gears game.
I think you mean Billie Eilish, the video game.
Yes, yeah. I'm actually surprised we didn't hear more of Billie Eilish.
Hey, we're full of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Like
it's kind of like an art house trailer.
It was just like the main Kate, I think is.
I don't know, man. I'm so.
I didn't play 4.
The last one I played was Judgment.
Yeah, and this is after 4.
And I'm assuming that this trailer has some kind of narrative connotation or connection to.
She's crazy.
To
She's
the
got a
previous
locust
one.
necklace.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're ill-informed on the Gears franchise after Judgment and 3. So, like I haven't owned an Xbox in the entire time.
Yeah, yeah. If I ever pick up an Xbox, which at this point I don't know if I'll pick up an Xbox One.
Yeah, not until Scarlet.
Scarlet, probably. Yeah. I'll probably wait for that. But when I do pick up that, then yeah, I'll probably go back and play them. But until
Hopefully,
then,
yeah. Gears 4 and 5.
Yep, and whatever comes out.
But then they also have like we're our multiplayer, and hey, we
Yeah,
also
that was
have a horde mode and all this and this and this. Remember, this is a tentpole franchise.
Yeah. Well, it is.
But then why have that kind of trailer where it's just like the character's face?
They can. And Gears has always kind of had like the somber, like that's kind of their thing. Like, oh, somber music, and
all around me.
Yeah, and they had How This Ends by Devotchka for Gears 2.
But I mean, I get that, and I get that there's a community for Gears, but
people are going to buy it anyway.
But still, but it's not. It doesn't have that pull that Halo has always had because it's never been that much into the zeitgeist as Halo. Or
I would argue against that. I think Gears probably sells consoles just as much as Halo does. Maybe not as much, but like a fair amount.
That's okay.
Because
I'll concede.
honestly, what else is there from Microsoft?
Besides Gears and
it's not Sunset Overdrive.
Hey-o. Take that.
After Gears 5, they did a whole thing with their multiplayer too, as you said. They had like 2 trailers for this. It was weird.
Yeah. And it dove into the stage and everything, which
I
thought was really cool at first, and then I was like, oh, they just have people underneath there, probably sweating their balls off, waiting to play a match off screen.
Well, they're used to sweating. They're WWE superstars down there.
Still, that wouldn't be worth it.
I don't know. For that fucking payday, I'd take it.
I guess. To just show up and be like, wave at the camera.
I can play a game, or play a game. After Gears, they unveiled the Series 2 Elite controller, which I guess is
cool.
Yeah, it's a new version of the
Apparently, there were a lot of issues with the original Elite controller, with the custom triggers.
Like the paddles and everything.
Yeah. But apparently you can literally customize any single part of this.
I think it's really fucking neat that you can have 3 different profiles on one controller.
For 3
That's
different
really
games.
Cool.
Yeah, I agree.
But
$200?
Yeah, I mean, have you held an Elite?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Yeah, it's like just form factor. It's
feel good.
Really nice.
They feel good. Yeah, I mean, you get what you pay for.
You do.
But with this one, you can actually fine tune the actual like the depth of the
tension.
The tension and the control sticks and the triggers and everything. Looks really cool. I mean, for those that want to shell it out, then by all means.
Yep.
I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, neither do I. After that was Dying Light 2. Which
Yes!
is coming out in spring.
I'm sorry,
2020.
I didn't mean to yell.
So I guess you're excited about Dying Light 2.
So this Dying Light was the first PlayStation 4 game I bought, and it was a good purchase.
I've still yet to play it.
I highly recommend it. You
Yeah.
can actually get it for $9.99, I believe.
Oh wow.
I don't think that's with the following expansion, which
Right,
is like a whole
Separate thing.
separate campaign for post game stuff. But it's well worth it for the super cheap price. And normally it's only $20, but it's Dead Island with parkour, and it's kind of got a dreary. I won't go too deep into it, but if you like zombies or you like parkour, or you like Dead Island, it's that, and it's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, I heard good things about it when it came out. I just never got around to it. So
Eh.
maybe one day.
There's a lot of games out there.
There are. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna fire through these next couple because
Do it.
They're not really anything. Forza Horizon 4 is getting a Lego expansion.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, I mean it does look neat. Next up, this is the one I was talking about. What is Fart Award goes to Gears Pop.
Ah, yeah,
Uh,
that fucking mobile game. Yeah.
Like okay, whatever. It's pops on your phone.
Who made the biggest paycheck out of that? That
I don't fucking
feels
know, man.
super happy
Does
about the end
anyone
result.
get paid off of that?
Somebody has to.
Uh,
That's the only reason why to
it
do it.
looks awful. Man.
It does. It looks like shit.
Uh,
There's a lot of mobile games that were announced at E3 that look
they
like
were,
shit.
man. And we'll get to it when we get to that conference, but there was something that was utterly ridiculous.
I think I know.
After Pop was State of Decay 2 is getting a Heartland DLC.
Woo!
Yeah. Did you ever play 2?
I played State of Decay 1.
Yeah.
Liked the concept, liked the idea of it. I was terrible at it. My people kept dying. So I get the idea behind it, and really fun zombie game. I love zombie games.
I played about 6 or so hours of the first one, and then I dropped it.
Apparently,
But
2 is
I
just.
liked it.
Apparently, 2 is not better. It's just more.
Refined.
but
or-
I mean, maybe
No,
we haven't played it, so
Yeah, no.
cool.
After that, Phantasy Star Online 2 is finally coming to the West.
Woo!
This has been in Japan for like a decade at
Yeah.
this point.
I mean, it's good on you, Xbox, for having a JRPG
yeah.
like this at your press conference.
Well, and people have
Headline.
been asking, like, not demanding. Well, yeah, probably some demanding.
Probably. Yeah.
That this come over for, like I said, at least a decade.
That's crazy. I remember playing the first one on the Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Yep. Continuing with online sensations is Crossfire X from Smilegate.
Continuing with the online sensations. Your
Well,
excitement
that's
level.
about how I felt with this. I didn't realize that it was like such a huge
It's a
fucking thing.
in
until
China.
after the
It's
fact.
a huge game. It's basically Counter-Strike over there.
And Microsoft basically made no deal about it. It
yeah.
was like 1 or 2 lines, and then like, okay, move on.
There's a lot of army people going
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we're doing this."
Pew,
Pew pew pew. They didn't say what kind of game it was,
Yeah,
or
no.
what you do in it, or anything like
Yeah.
that. But yeah,
Okay, all right, some shooting. All right.
cool.
Next up, another game from
Bando Nambo.
Bandai Namco was Tales of Arise, I think is what it's.
It's a rise.
Fuck, that's dumb, man.
It is. Hey, all of them are dumb.
No,
Tales
yeah,
of Grace is
You know
F.
why it works though? Because they're all like nonsense.
Yeah.
Arise is a real word.
Okay, then
It's
we'll
just
say
used
we'll
in the
say
wrong
Arise,
context.
but Arise makes you look like an.
No, it looks like
'Cause it's
I'm
spelled-
following the name continuity. Vesperia? What the fuck is that?
That's the name
Zestria?
of
what the fuck
Vesperia
is
is the name of the group of kids that are going on the adventure.
No, it's the land.
No, it's Brave Vesperia. Is the
Oh
name,
yeah, you're right.
Is the name of the group of people, and they explain
but
in the
no,
game.
like
but
what I'm saying is,
Symphonia,
it's-
there's some horns in there
it's-
somewhere.
like that's a fictional word.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
Tales
arise
of
is a
Xillia.
word.
Tales of Xillia
Yeah.
2. Hey, who cares, man? They're fun.
It looks pretty.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, small tangent again. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh no, wait. The other couple tangents I went on that got deleted. So
Yeah,
first tangent.
They'll equal it out.
I love the series. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
the entire series. I play through all of them if I can. Didn't finish Vesperia, by the way. super sad.
That's like the one well, no, I finished Symphonia. I finished Symphonia and Vesperia. Vesperia being the one I prefer.
Yeah,
Uh,
I prefer Symphonia, but that's the first one that I beat.
yeah.
Anyway, this one built on a new engine, the Tails engine, I believe, and it looks gorgeous. It looks
does.
current gen. you know.
when this was one of the ones that I saw leaks for.
Yeah.
And when I first saw it, there was no anime in it.
I know.
So it just looked like not photorealistic, but like
It looked more
not anime.
It looked more Xenoblade than it did
Yes, yeah.
Tales. It looked more like
Um,
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
But thankfully, with this trailer, you saw nope, it's still anime.
It's very much anime. You have a mysterious girl with a gun. You got the main guy with a sword,
Yep.
and it's
the
got
eye patch.
eye thing covering his face. Yeah. Well, it's part of like a map. Anyway,
yeah, the eye
really
patch.
cool. I'm really excited.
Me too. Yeah.
Did they? They didn't. They just said 2020.
2020 is all they said. They didn't have
Shit.
a month or anything. So you got
I'll
ways to wait.
I'll wait.
Um,
Did they wait on the Xbox? I guess.
Yep.
I assume.
Probably Xbox, PS4, and PC because Bandai Namco is just throwing everything everywhere at this
And
point.
I think it probably won't be able to run on the Switch.
Yeah, probably
OG
not.
Switch.
No. After that, we had everyone's favorite son. Randy Pitchford was not there.
Oh, I thought you meant like the son from Super Mario Bros. 3.
No. It was Borderlands 3.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear one of the they announced the voice cast,
Mm-hmm.
and Flack, the Beastmaster type class,
Sure. Yeah.
is voiced by Sungwon Cho,
Oh,
the
yeah.
popular
That-
Twitter YouTuber.
Good for him.
Yeah.
It's too bad Randy already fucked over the VOs. Troy Baker,
Yeah.
the guy who did Claptrap.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Randy. I'm not
Yeah.
buying your stupid game.
And also, who did the voice for TK Baja? It was Mikey Newman, not Newman, yeah, who's a popular YouTuber as well.
I don't know.
Have you never seen his movies with Mikey?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll show you one. It's actually really cool. It's video essays about
Okay.
movies and stuff. But he used to work at Gearbox, and he was a writer and voice actor for them.
Gotcha. Did he also say Randy is a shitbird?
I mean, probably,
Yeah.
but he looks like a
I
shipper.
wanna
Did
make
you
my
watch the
feet-
press? We all watched the Borderlands press conference. I
yeah,
assume.
that cringe fest.
I couldn't watch like 10 minutes of it.
Man, that was bad.
It was really bad. He just looks like a slimy.
He is a fucking sleazebag, man.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it, and I will make that perfectly clear. Obviously, that I don't like him,
Yeah.
and I think honestly, people. I'm not gonna judge you for buying Borderlands 3 if you like Borderlands. Then hey,
It's crazy to me.
Just yeah, because it's nothing.
How
to
is there
me.
still an audience for Borderlands?
I don't know, man. People like their Schluters. Man.
The Schluters?
Yeah.
And there's
Shoot-
also
looter
DLC
shooters.
for Borderlands 2.
Yeah, that's coming out to bridge the gap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not gonna judge you if you buy Borderlands 3. If that's your thing, that's your thing.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. Personally, I don't want to support that guy.
I don't either.
I want him to fade into obscurity, and his only remembrance being that he was an asshole.
Yeah. Well, he'll hopefully karma comes around. You know what I mean?
Anyway.
Yeah.
On to more exciting things.
Video games.
From Software presented their partner game with George R.R. Martin. Well, you don't like Dark Souls, right?
No, here's the thing. Dark Souls is fine. I love the aesthetic of Bloodborne.
Yeah.
I'm bad at them. But I will still appreciate a good video game series, a good art form, and I realize the cultural zeitgeist influence that the series has. This trailer showed me nothing.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely. There's barely any conceptual things, let alone like concrete ideas.
The only thing is, this is one of those trailers where they're like, "Hey, here's two names that you probably know if you love video games."
Yeah.
They're making a thing. And
Well-
here's the thing: I say this knowing fully well that Death Stranding did the exact same thing when they announced it. But here's the thing: one of those was a video game developer that there was a story behind Death Stranding.
Like
The
how it came
development of
about. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas this is, it seems like a cash grab for a writer who can't even finish his own fucking book series.
All right.
I'm a little pissed off at him.
Hey,
He should have been on set
that's
for
your prerogative,
the
man.
last 4 seasons of
Oh,
Game of
yeah,
Thrones.
Well, they had a falling out, didn't they?
Oh, I don't know that.
I thought that was on Benioff and Weiss because they kept changing shit when he against
Oh,
what
well,
he was wanting.
I did not
So
know
he-
that.
he
I thought it was
fucking
just
left.
because they ran out of material, and so
Well, they
after that-
did, but when he was when they were consulting him and he would tell them stuff, I
Oh.
believe they just kind of went.
Well, I
into
mean, if
their
that
own
is the
thing.
case, then fuck D&D.
Yeah.
Not the game.
not the cultural phenomenon.
No, DB Weiss and David Benioff. It was a puff trailer.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, I took it more of as a hey, those rumors you were hearing, here's confirmation.
Yeah,
it's happening. Probably won't get it for at least another year.
Yeah, if that.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it on new hardware, honestly.
Cool.
But moving on, then they talked about Project xCloud for a while. I don't even remember what they said. They're like, yeah, xCloud's a thing.
Yeah.
Which is their streaming thing. And then the last bit leading in from that was that they gave us very few details, but some details on Project Scarlet, their new console.
I saw compilations of drinking games where they're like buzzwords.
Oh yeah,
man,
this was all buzzwords.
It was teraflops and gigahertz,
ray
and
tracing and
anti-aliasing and rotoscoping and
there
pixels.
is some interesting concrete info here.
Okay.
If you take what they're saying at face value.
Shoot it to me.
So, well, first one really isn't. It's just kind of airy. There's not really any proof to it. They are stressing reduced loading times. That was a big thing when they first introduced their talking points. It's supposedly going to be 4 times more powerful than the Xbox One X. Supposedly.
Okay. Then why did they make the One X?
Probably to get more money off of you.
Okay.
And I'm sure, honestly, it was probably to bridge the gap between just your basic Xbox One and what they were going to build later on in Scarlet. So they're probably utilizing some of the stuff from the One X.
And I could have the same exact argument with Sony, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
the PlayStation Pro.
Why'd you do the Pro? Yeah.
But here's the thing. Then just release new iterations of the original and call it like the Xbox One S and the PlayStation 4 Slim.
Right.
Just beef up the same thing.
Well, I will say this. The reason why they were doing that, if you remember back to when the One X and the Pro were first kind of revealed, was that they were both going, and Microsoft especially, because they just straight up said this, we're both going for modular progressions.
Right.
They weren't going straight up new console. Like this is, they both said this is going to be the future where you just have small iteration. And that worked to varying success. I think they probably realized, well, now we should probably just do a new console.
And I know one specific person who's like, yeah, that's why you just get a PC, and then you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. But that's what they were aiming for too, because so many people are like, well, yeah, with a PC you just do a slight upgrade here.
Yeah.
And the caveat to that is you can't really do that with a console. They were doing straight modular. They were doing this is a modular upgrade with a new hardware set. Mm-hmm. So you still have to shell out $400 for your new system, new beefed up system at that. But we're kind of trying to go that way. Yeah, that's just what they were saying leading into it.
We'll have to wait and see. It's again another one of those things where, like with pricing and
they didn't detail any pricing, which is
too far out.
Similar to Sony's strategy when they detailed all the PS5 specs.
Yeah, in a not newspaper, but a magazine article, and I guess a quote-unquote leaked video of a PowerPoint presentation.
Right, yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
What's interesting is that there are also some similarities between the two other than that.
For sure.
For instance, both are stressing ray tracing.
As future.
And both are going to supposedly have solid-state drives in them.
Good. That's what the X and the PS4 Pro needed to have.
Right. Well, and then you're going to see a cost increase with all these.
Of course.
I think people probably need to prepare themselves.
Do you think
for that?
Do you think that they're going to go back up to, and this is just like we're shooting over to like next year and the year after? Do you think that they're going to be like in the 500, 400 range?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, especially with these specs. If
400 for sure.
If they go lower than 500, then they will be undercutting for the point of making a profit.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
For competition.
Yeah, move more numbers, and then eventually you'll make a profit off of attachment rates.
Well, the
and
demand
whatnot like that.
demand is there.
Because
obviously.
and Sony has saw that with the PS3.
Yeah.
Price it at $600, no one buys it.
Yeah.
Price goes down, you start seeing more and more people pick it up, and then
Yeah.
eventually they did gain a little bit of steam by the end of that console cycle. But they had so much
It's
mileage
not just
to catch up on that they never really did.
it's not just hardware too. You also have to have the software to, support it
So
as well. Next gen games and all that.
yeah, I'll just say this real quick, and then to that point I'll say something.
Okay.
Dev kits are already out, so companies are already working on stuff
Nice.
for Scarlet. To your point about having a catalog, they did, and well, at the end they had Halo Infinite,
Yes.
which is going to be launching with Scarlet in holiday 2020.
So that's console release date.
That is console release date, day one. Pick up your Scarlet or whatever it's going to end up being called.
It's
Xbox One 2. I don't know.
Xbox 12?
But then they're also going to bring over, or at least they want to, the entire catalog of Xbox One games to be backwards compatible,
Right.
as well as every OG Xbox and Xbox 360 game that has been converted to backward.
You're good.
The mic. That has been converted to backwards compatibility.
And they just
in
recently
the past year.
announced the last run.
Yes, it was the last run. I'll run through them real quick. Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow, Chaos Theory, Double Agent. So that's 4 Splinter Cells.
Cool.
Unreal Championship 2, Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, which I thought was kind of weird actually because they just did a remaster of that.
Yeah.
Armed and Dangerous, which I know is a lot of people's cult favorite.
Don't remember that one.
I liked this one. This was kind of a rando thrown in.
Is it Blinks?
No, no. I think that one's actually already on their compatibility list.
All right.
But Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb for the original Xbox.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. It's not a good game, but it's
but
fun.
it's fun. Yeah.
Prince of Persia: Forgotten Sands, which was the 360 revival, if you remember.
Oh man.
Yeah, with the kind of scarf-looking guy.
Yeah, the stupid one.
Yeah.
The one that ends on a really
Well,
shitty downer ending.
Sands of Time, I think, is also backwards compatible at this point too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Enslaved is part of
Cool.
the last batch as
Ninja
well.
Theory, that makes sense.
Asura's Wrath, which I won't go into now. Battlefield 2, Modern Combat, Enchanted Arms, Far Cry Classic, and Predator Instincts.
Cool.
Infinite Undiscovery, which is the worst name for a game I've ever seen.
It is really bad.
Yeah, it's not fun. The Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Nice.
That was a launch title for the 360. Skate, Star Ocean: The Last Hope, Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, Syndicate, 2 Human, which is actually for free right now because they can't actually sell it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I love that. Fuck you, Epic.
Silicon Knights.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament 3. And then for their last batch of Xbox One and X enhanced games, they have Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts,
How timely.
Cameo, Elements of Power, Perfect Dark Zero, Viva Pinata, and Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise. And all of those are rare.
Yeah.
All of those are rare games for the
Which-
Xbox One X.
Why aren't they doing more stuff with? I know they're doing Battletoads, and I know we'll talk about it.
yeah,
Hopefully.
man, that's a sore subject for me.
What, Rare?
Yeah, because one, the people who were part of OG Rare aren't there anymore. They're most of those guys are part of Playtonic at this point. Who did Ukulele.
But they're making games that they enjoy making. It's basically Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah. No. That's not a negative. I like Playtonic. I'm saying Rare now is not the Rare that it was.
Yeah.
And especially since for a decade they were just used for Kinect games.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, with Halo and then their entire back catalog, and I'm sure they're going to have another, many more, maybe not many more, but probably at least 10 games that launch with the system. And that's going off the cuff. I don't actually know that.
I was trying to look up a specific game that I was hoping was backwards compatible, and it's Lost Odyssey. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Is it backwards compatible?
It says it is. It's on Kotaku.com.
I feel like that was a big thing because a lot of people were wanting Lost Odyssey remastered.
That's what I was saying. I was texting that in Twitch.tv chat because they announced it in the Nintendo one. Last Remnant.
Yeah.
But not Lost Odyssey? Because that's Square Enix.
Yeah,
but still.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people want it. But at the very least, it's backwards compatible.
Yeah,
like
and it is. You can play on Xbox One X if you wanted to. Fantastic game. 4 discs.
Yeah, very long. And then, so they're using their own custom processor for Scarlet. Yeah, that was basically it for Microsoft's.
But you can play 3 generations behind.
By the time Scarlet will come out, you will have access to 4 gens.
4 gens.
Worth of a catalog, yeah.
Since 2001. So 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which, to me, that's a huge fucking selling point.
Yeah.
I don't even have my 360 anymore, but, I mean, you see my game collection. I still have probably like 50, 80 games for 360 alone. That I just
stock them up now. Keep them.
I don't trade games anymore because I get bit in the ass too often. I'm like, oh, I'll just trade this one. I never play it, and then 2 months down the road, I'm like, oh, I feel like playing that.
Yeah.
And I'll go to check, and it's gone. I'm like, oh, fuck me, man.
That's well, I would say the same thing, but I always need money. So I'm willing to get ripped off for it.
Okay, so that wraps up the
Xbox. That's one press conference.
That was one press conference. Granted, I don't think these will take as long.
Okay, yeah, that's very true.
Bethesda was up next. Do you have anything to say about Bethesda?
Woo! I will.
Woo!
These are ironic woos, aren't they?
Fuck that guy, man. You're not funny. Shut up.
Oh, the woo guy.
Yeah.
I thought you were just trying to be excited.
No, I'm talking about woo guy.
Oh yeah, I fucking hate woo guy. Rage 2, I still haven't picked up, but I want to play. And I've heard mixed things about it, but like it's an aesthetic and a kind of cool gameplay that I want to try out, rent it.
I saw a tweet I thought was pretty on point for me, and I don't remember who made it, but it was, man, I can't believe that we've hit the place where colorful post-apocalyptic Mad Max type games are like old news and boring now.
Yeah,
just
basically with that and Far Cry New Dawn and
I don't care about Rage.
It looks. I want to at least give it a shot. It looks fun.
Yeah,
but here's the thing: if Doom Eternal comes out before then, or if I see the first or the Doom remake for cheaper, and I'll play that first.
So these are a little out of order, so we'll just hit them as they come by.
All right.
So you said Doom Eternal. They had about what seemed like an hour-long gameplay video of Doom.
You didn't like it?
Man, like, I like Doom. It's a lot of fun. I did not need that much footage of it.
That's fair.
I don't need.
You should already be sold on it.
Yeah, I know what it is. Do a 5-minute spot of that same arena that you were doing. But this thing went on for like 15 to 20 minutes.
And then they did the Orion segment.
Yeah, that's on here too, which I don't even... Did you get what that was?
So Orion is basically a service that they're, I assume, going to sell to other companies to
it's supposed
enhance
to help streaming.
Yes, it's supposed to enhance streaming for. It's supposed to basically help Stadia.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know what I don't care about?
Yeah.
Like what your business is with.
This should have been like.
This is a software thing for companies.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting to know, I guess, but it doesn't need a stage moment.
Whereas Google Stadia is supposed to enhance, like they're trying to push the video game industry forward. This is like, to help.
It's the middleman.
Yeah.
They want to be the middleman. Is essentially what it is.
This is not for the. If this was the E3 of say, as little as 5-6 years ago, this would have been a thing that was there.
Yeah.
But where press were heavily featured in the audience.
Yeah.
This is all
and
gamers.
You had statistics on the screen. Like, thank God we're past that, man.
Yeah. Now it's all an audience. It's all us.
Just show the games. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. So Doom Eternal looks neat. Yeah, and I didn't need a 20-minute video of it.
Did it make you less interested in the game?
Actually, I felt like it did.
Oh man.
I felt like the the short video they showed of like all the new platforming stuff,
Yeah.
like clinging onto the walls,
Yeah,
and shit, I
the
was like,
climbing
oh
and
man,
all
this is cool.
Yeah.
And then the story trailer that they did when they're talking about Evan,
And they show his face.
that was cool. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
I really did not need this gameplay video because it's Doom. It's still Doom.
Yeah.
Eh.
I would give it a little bit of time. You'll probably get excited more closer towards the release date. I
Yeah.
want to play Doom with somebody.
Oh, I'll definitely play with
Like the
you, for
multiplayer
sure.
that they
Yeah.
have, it's like 2v1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying like I'm not gonna play it. I
Me and you
Didn't
versus
need-
Casey.
I didn't need I didn't need it to eat 20 minutes.
That's true. It was a little bit long. We can say that about a lot of things
yes.
during the C3.
The things that you didn't want that didn't need to be super long were super long, and
Yeah.
the things that you wanted to be longer were not long enough.
Oh, Bethesda.
I'll skip those two because I feel like those are the most interesting of the conference. They did a bit for Elder Scrolls Legends: Moons of Elsewhere, which is their card game. Well, the Legends is their card game.
Yeah.
Moons of Elsewhere is their next expansion or their next card back. I don't know.
Cool.
It's
Go play.
fucking Hearthstone with Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, go play Hearthstone or Gwent instead.
Wolfenstein Youngblood. I feel like I was more excited from Youngblood than I was for Doom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot. You don't need to know a story for Doom Eternal.
Right.
Wolfenstein Youngblood is a continuation of Wolfenstein 2, the New
Papa
Colossus.
Blazkowicz.
Yeah, where he looks fantastic
Yeah.
for somebody who's like in their late
He's
60s.
super old now.
Yeah, like he was 20. I assume like in his early 20s in 1940 something, and now it's 1980 something.
Youngblood, you play his two daughters.
Yes. The Blazkowicz
Yeah.
twins.
And if you want to play that, I'm
Yes.
definitely down for that.
Yes.
Because that looked really fun.
Make sure to if you pre-order the deluxe edition, you get a free buddy pass. It's basically a free copy of the game to give to
Yep.
someone else to play. So do that.
It's
an
actually
extra
really
$10.
I don't know if you remember, but A Way Out did this too.
Yeah. Same thing.
It's a very interesting concept. I like that.
Well, and here's the thing: you could do that, but this marketing strategy only works for games where it's optimized for co-op.
For co-op, yeah.
Where A
absolutely.
Way Out, like it's
That is meant to be played with
Yeah.
two people.
so, and here's the thing: in this modern day and age, it's hard to find two people to play a game from beginning to end. Not necessarily in one sitting, but maybe like pretty
Because
close
you got
to
to
one
match
sitting.
up time
Yeah.
schedules. God damn, I keep hitting the mic. What the hell?
You have it's
I know,
customizable. You can move
just,
it around.
It's just sitting there too. I'm just waving my hands around.
You
The
got
fucking
all the
maniac.
motions.
The Rage 2 expansion, Rise of the Ghost, was announced.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
excited.
I want to
to
try it.
Rage
I want to
2.
try it.
I don't care, but like, enjoy yours. Sorry, I don't mean to shit on it. But
No, you should feel bad.
I do. Fallout 76.
They had to say something, and I'm glad that Todd Howard came out and
Hey, you know what I call bullshit on? That emotional fucking terrorism that they did throughout the whole show.
the
because-
audience.
Yeah, like the whole show is like their little bits of where they're saying like, "Hey, audience, you're great. We're only here because of you."
Oh, the
Like,
beginning part. Yeah,
You'll tell us when we fuck up.
yeah,
God damn it, Todd! Come up with a different curse word.
yeah.
This is coming from someone who dropped like 20 f-bombs in a row, but
Yeah.
like you're not cool just because you say fuck at E3 anymore, man.
Well, you have to
Like-
have it with more oomph. There are, and we'll definitely talk about it because it's a game I'm interested in. But there are developers who pull it off a lot better because there's some oomph behind it.
Yeah.
There's some emotion
well, it's
behind it.
sincere. Like
Yeah.
I see Todd Howard up there, and I'm like, you're just the biggest liar ever.
Yeah, you're an executive who didn't. You're
Oh,
not behind the
he
development
just
of
did a
these
fucking
games.
interview like less than a week ago where he's like, I believe it was at the IGN, where he's like, yeah, we knew bugs were going to be in Fallout 76,
So,
but we pushed it out anyway.
well, shit.
Fuck
Yo,
off,
guess
man.
What happens?
Like-
guess what happens when you push that kind of thing?
And they're trying to do damage control and like, oh, if we say, we call attention to the fact that we fucked up, then
Yeah.
they know what they're doing.
Did you see his face after like they were like clapping and cheering after he admitted that they did all that wrong?
Yeah. What?
He was
God,
like,
okay, there's a lot wrong with this fucking crowd. I don't know if they like gave them $100 before everyone went in.
there
or
were
some
definitely
shit.
seat fillers in that
But
audience.
like, what the fuck? You're gonna clap for a fucking apology?
Yeah,
Get off the dick, man.
yeah.
Like, Jesus.
And he looks like super pissed when people were like not clapping at first.
I know. Well, they are holding their relatives hostage, and they need to clap faster.
Yeah, they do. It was just like, and here's the thing. When they announced Fallout 76, and I assume this was your next thing.
Yeah.
They're like, it's not gonna be. They're not gonna introduce Battle Royale to Fallout.
Surely
Why would they
not.
do that?
Why wouldn't they just? They would just fix. They'll just fix the fucking game they have now, right? What are you doing with the normal game of Fallout 76? Hey, NPCs.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it back to a normal Fallout game.
I'm sorry. What?
That's what we wanted. That's what we originally wanted.
You put NPCs in, and it got a fucking applause, man.
Yeah.
A fucking applause. This should have gotten fucking booed out of the building.
Yeah. Basically, they should have been like, yeah, no shit. There should have been the woo guy or your.
Instead of woo, he goes ooh,
boo. Or instead of your breathtaking, like, you smell or get off the stage, Todd Howard, you oil baron,
asshole. Yeah, fucking Battle Royale and Fallout 76. This is the most soulless fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, what the? Jeez.
Anyway. In Germany, late last year, they were basically
they were giving it away.
They were giving it away to Xbox One purchases.
Well, and like, there were quite a few places around here that were doing buy one used copy, get 3 free.
Yeah.
They can't get rid of them. No one wants to buy them. They're just sitting there. They're losing money off of buying these trade-ins.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Which doesn't help brick and mortar shops like
GameStop, who just paid off their dividend or whatever it was, like their difference
we
in bankruptcy.
We should. Yeah.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
You can block that out if you want.
Nah.
After that was Elder Scrolls Blades, which is their mobile game. It's coming to Switch.
And it's coming to Switch. Cool. Is it free?
It's free, but they have like your normal free-to-play bullshit. $160 microtransactions.
Like Pokemon Quest or Fortnite or...
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Freemium.
Whatever.
Cool.
And then to actually end with some good notes, I thought anyway.
Yeah.
Tango Gameworks announces...
Tequila Gameworks.
Tango.
So is it Tango?
Tango Gameworks.
What was the name of the game?
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Was this Bethesda?
Yep, it was at Bethesda.
I don't know why I thought Ubisoft.
Evil Within. If you ever have
Shinji Mikami.
Yeah. Shinji Mikami, creator of Resident Evil, Evil Within. That pleasant lad who's much older than...
You're right, Tango Gamers.
This looks
Shadows of the
awesome.
Damned fame.
Yeah, dude, don't even joke, man. I love Shadows of the Damned.
It's a fantastic game.
It's so fun, tongue-in-cheek.
That was also Suda 51. So.
It was, yeah. That was probably...
Which is a different game that we'll talk about later.
But Ghostwire looks really cool, and there was no gameplay, but aesthetically it looks really interesting.
Oh, yeah, the trailer, first off, the animation, I know this is not real gameplay, like you said, just a second ago, like 20 seconds ago.
It's okay.
But the sorry. The animation for how the people looked was lifelike. Yeah. It looked fantastic. And then the dark War of the Worlds type stuff was happening. Sorry, not War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Well, no, because they because they weren't zapped. They just
like so Endgame.
So it was more like Left Behind.
I never saw it, man.
It's all Christian.
Well, it's Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
Anyway, people poofed and disappeared, and there are people who are left, and apparently there's monsters as well. Ninjas.
Also of note with this reveal was that Mikami's basically protege is kind of taken over this.
So
who worked on Bayonetta? It was another big one she worked on.
I would look it up. I don't know her name off the top of my head. People know it on social media. You'll be able to find it easy.
But yeah, Ghostwire looks really cool. I'm keen to see more on it.
I want to know what kind of game. They said it was what kind of game?
I don't think they said. I think it was all conceptual, what they talked about.
Well, I mean, the concept looks really cool. So.
And then after that was Deathloop.
Yeah.
Which is published. well, it's published by Bethesda. Who's developing it? Arcane Leon.
So it was a subsidiary
Arcane.
of Arcane Studios,
Yes.
who did Dishonored.
Right. Yeah, that's
Not
right.
necessarily this studio, the Leon one,
Mhm.
but yeah. So you play as an assassin.
Yeah, there are two assassins, and you're stuck in a time loop. It looks like one is trying to protect the time loop for some reason, and the other one is trying to escape from it.
So
And as a result, they end up continuously killing one another over and over again.
dang it, they never have they don't have their own Wikipedia pages. Wikipedia, you failed me.
Just look up their website.
Because there's a synopsis that
Oh,
better
is there?
explains it. Yeah.
Here we go.
Deathloop is also a video game from 2012,
Oh.
which doesn't surprise me. Ah!
Mindy Kaling, what are you doing here? I actually have a
You found it? Okay.
description,
Great. I'm useless.
yeah. Sorry. Deathloop transports players to the lawless island of Black Reef in an internal struggle between two extraordinary assassins. Explore stunning environments and meticulously designed levels, and an immersive gameplay experience that lets you approach every situation any way you like. Hunt down targets all over the island in an effort to put an end to the cycle once and for all. And remember, if at first you don't succeed, die again.
That's really cool. I like that line.
That is a good line.
So it's got that another time loop
Yep.
game, like 12 minutes.
Groundhog Day is very popular this
Was-
year.
I mean, Bill Murray's coming back, but
I feel like Bill Murray's been back.
really,
I don't know. Zombieland?
that was 2012.
He was in something else.
Or that was.
Oh, he had that TV show. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, and he was in the Ghostbusters reboot for
I
half
never
a second.
saw it.
Like he died in it.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, sorry, spoiler.
sorry.
It's a shit movie. Anyway, video games. Always come back to movies.
And yeah, that's it for Bethesda.
It just looks really cool. I love the like kind of 60s 70s spy
Yes,
aesthetic
yeah.
with the kind of dark gritty not noir but
like kind of 70s type of spy thriller type, not thriller.
literally
either.
what but
Yeah, it's the same thing you said.
it kind of it reminded me a lot, obviously developed by the same studio, Prey, where they kind of had
Yeah.
a 60s aesthetic to it, very clean and serene, and then you
Mhm.
also had the horror, like
Right.
1980s horror alien type of aesthetic to it as well. So they're blending genres and using that to bring a new kind of twist to I mean, even if it's a familiar type of gameplay, as long as they have a unique story and a unique aesthetic to it.
I will say, reading that little presser thing, I guess, I did get a little nervous there because it sounded like they was saying it was a multiplayer, like
That's what it
multiplayer.
sounded like to me when I read that too.
And man, if that's the case, that's gonna be a real fucking downer, man.
But it seems like it said it. The way that you described it, it was 2. So it's like 1v1.
Well, that's what was in the trailer, but in that little thing I read, it didn't mention. Well, yeah, I guess it did 2 extraordinary assassins. So I don't know. I'm hoping.
We'll have to wait and see.
I'm really hoping it's not like another fucking battle royale, man.
A battle royale.
I don't know. When it said everybody's on an island and trying to kill multiple targets,
That is very true.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's more identity /
yeah,
You know what movie I'm referencing?
yeah, the John Cusack one.
Hopefully it's kind of got that cool air of mystery / battle royale, and I don't mean like the story of the
like
movie.
the movie battle royale.
Yeah, the aesthetic of
Yeah.
like they don't know what's going on and they just
Yeah.
But they're assassins. Cool.
But yeah, that was
Assassins.
that was Bethesda. It mostly sucked. But
Mostly
there were
sucked.
a few surprises in there.
The Ghostwire Tokyo and Deathloop are in my top 10.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
I'm really excited for Youngblood. And
Yeah.
Doom. I'm gonna pick up anyway. But
Yeah, I was surprised that they announced new IP, and I'm looking forward to most of that stuff. It's just the way they handled all of it.
yeah, there was nothing like. Well, I won't say nothing because there was. Oh fuck! I almost actually forgot. Wait, was that this one? No, that was Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, is
Yeah.
that our next one?
No.
sorry.
Next is Devolver Digital, which I'll just run through this real quick because
Yeah.
you didn't watch it.
I did not.
They're doing a arcade cabinet for Enter the Gungeon, House of the Gun Dead.
Like a physical arcade cabinet.
like a light gun thing.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks neat. They are also it was just kind of, it was Devolver Digital, so it was really out there and interspliced with games. They're doing a free DLC for the Messenger, Picnic Panic, which is
I heard about this.
tropical location in the Messenger. I don't know if you ever played the Messenger.
I heard it was really good. I never got to pick it up.
Great soundtrack. Great
Okay.
soundtrack. Fall Guys, this was actually what they opened with, which it looks like a battle royale, but with it's mini games instead of just one.
Okay.
And you play like these little cartoon blobs. You should look it up. It looks interesting.
Oh,
It's probably like one of the only ways I'd ever play a battle royale game. And then they had my friend Pedro is not actually on here, which is a little weird.
But that's you're essentially it's like a 2D Deadpool game.
Right. You're doing flips and shit all over the place.
Yeah, you're being as stylish as you can, slow-mo, shooting people.
It was there. I don't know why it's not here in this little recap, but that's what they ended with, was my friend Pedro. And I think what was probably most surprising and exciting for me was Carrion, which is you play, like, they advertise it as a reverse horror game. Where you are playing the villain, and that villain is a all-consuming blood amorphous blob. So kind of like almost like The Thing, or I don't know if you ever saw Life.
Yes, I did.
It's kind of like that actually, but it's like super gory, and you're going around and like sucking people up into your like.
How do you spell it?
Carrion.
Oh, Carry On.
Yeah. And it's
I see.
look fucking brutal and really neat.
It looks really cool.
There is a specific point in, I don't know if you ever played Inside.
I did, yeah. You don't have to spoil it,
yeah.
but like the very end.
There. You don't have to spoil it, but that thing at the end.
It's been out for a while.
Yeah. Did you see they're doing a real doll release of Inside?
No.
Yeah. They don't know, like, nobody's saying what it is, but it was like, it's already gone. Like, pre-orders are already over, so you can't get it anymore. But it was like $350 or $400, and the company that made
Playdead,
yes, Inside and Limbo, are partnering with Real Doll, which I don't know if you're familiar with.
They make sex toys.
It's the sex doll company.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What?
And
what is a sex doll?
They just released a teaser about what it could be, and
I don't want to look it up.
It looks fucked up, man. Like, they haven't even shown the whole thing yet. They're being super secretive about it.
Okay.
But it's supposed to come out, I think, sometime next year.
What is going to come out?
Yeah, it's been in the works for a long time.
No, I mean, what is going out?
Oh, yeah. Well,
like the actual, it's a sex doll monster?
Because if I say what it is, it's from the, it looks like it's from the end of Inside.
Ew.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it comes with
Guerrilla
a copy
marketing.
of the game, a physical copy of the game, as well as a Steam key for it as well.
Well, that game has been out for a while.
It has. So
weird.
this is mainly for collectors. Well,
Yeah.
And also anyone who could have gotten it has already gotten it. It's
Yeah.
been sold out forever.
Okay. All right. Well, cool.
But yeah, Carry On. Definitely look that up. That looks super cool. Very interested in
Carry
that.
On and Fall Guys.
Yeah, Fall Guys. I don't know if I'll pick that up just because it's a battle royale game, but it does look like an interesting twist because it's not like, okay, you're on an island, kill everyone.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be different, like, mini games. Kind of like, almost like Tetris, not Tetris Effect, but Tetris 99.
Yeah.
Kind of switch the battle royale thing around.
Yeah, but
where you're just knocking people out over, like, through the
But this
course
has like
of-
different mini games.
Right.
Gotcha.
And yeah, that was it for Devolver Digital. It was really weird, as per usual. But some good stuff in there.
All right.
We'll skip over the PC game show because nothing really of note.
No, except for Shenmue 3 got announced as a.
Oh yeah, you were saying
that was
earlier.
the big thing.
Fuck off.
The people who care about that game
Yeah.
are going to play it in any way they can.
Whatever. Yeah.
But who cares?
So next up was Ubisoft.
And
we
not
s-
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
And I believe this is how it started with Watch Dogs Legion.
Yes. Where you can play as any NPC.
Yeah. How much do you trust that?
I don't trust it at all. A lot of it is going to be scripted.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Watch Dogs Legion, the whole sticking point is that supposedly you're able to recruit anyone, any NPC into DedSec, and then you can play as them.
No. Because they have to do voice acting for those characters.
And if they could technically have that, but you could have where you could recruit anyone, but only a couple will matter. Yeah. You know, kind of like they did something similar in Assassin's Creed.
I was just going to say that. That's Brotherhood, basically. Yeah. And the other one after it. Revelations.
Yeah. It actually really reminded me of the Nemesis system in Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah. And Shadow of War.
Because after a while, that Nemesis system starts to repeat itself.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how much that's going to happen here.
And actually, Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, is that a thing in there?
There is mercenaries that will chase after you if you basically break the law too many times.
Gotcha.
And they're high-level enemies that are stronger than most NPCs, and then if you kill a certain amount of them, you go up in like rank of mercenary because you play as a mercenary, and then eventually you get characters. I mean, it's auto-generated stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but it's cool. It's just like the Nemesis system, but a lot of what they showed, it made it look like it's seamless and every character, but it's a lot of that was scripted.
Yeah. Oh, I'm absolutely sure. And like I said, if you can recruit everyone, I wouldn't be surprised because after a while in Shadow of Mordor, you just start getting like the same reasons why they're tracking.
The same old lady that can tase people.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I will say, I wish they had stopped this Legion trailer and info dump at the old lady.
Yeah.
Because when it was first going with standard British guy, I was like, it's Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
That's fine. And then they switch over to Grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma, knock your teeth out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, man, I am in.
Yeah. And Golden Girl Squad for life.
But then they ran it into the ground.
So, well, and then they showed a third character because they wanted to show the diversity, but it went on just a little bit too long.
I felt like it was a little too long-winded for my taste. Like I said, I think you should have cut off at the grandma reveal. At least, like, if you want to do all of these characters, I don't think we needed the shootout at the end there.
Yeah.
Like, they wanted to do the whole story thing where
show gunplay.
It starts off like, hey, there's your mark. You want to recruit him. And then by the end of it, oh, he's in DedSec, so now you can play as him. Yeah. I get it, but yeah, it went too long for me.
I'm interested, though.
Next up, which I don't think that was after that. I think that was after. Next up, I believe, was Ghost Recon Breakpoint.
A new trailer for it.
Yeah. John Bernthal came out for that.
He came out with his pup.
He
Bam
did.
Bam.
A little weird. I didn't get that point.
I don't. I think that was just to be like, hey, for people who aren't paying attention and are just reading the chat, hey, look, a dog.
I feel like Ubisoft would have probably benefited with going before Microsoft.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I was like, well, it's not Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. And here's and that was the Holy Trinity at the end when people were posting this on Twitter.
Yeah.
Is Keanu Reeves, the new director of
Ghostwire.
Ghostwire, and the Bam Bam the dog from Ghost Recon. I mean, cool. Like,
I like John Bernthal, and like he was doing the same thing he does in everything.
Yeah.
In this trailer, but
I
like it. I fucking love it. He's gravelly. He's mad. Like, I like it.
Penny and dime.
Yeah.
Like, and then you hear his actual voice. You're like, oh man, he's a whole octave higher.
He sounds really nice.
Yeah, he seems like a nice fellow for my son.
I don't know if you know this, but just a little tidbit of info for you.
Oh, cool. I love tidbits.
He had a very bit part in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, did he?
He had one episode where he played Carlos.
Oh, here's another little tidbit for you. Let me push up my glasses. Paul Rudd was in Friends.
Yeah. That is a little. That's a little bit more like well-known, I think.
Okay, fine. He's also in Parks and Rec.
Ooh. Okay. I've never seen Parks and Rec.
What?
Yeah. Well, I've seen it. I haven't watched all the way.
Hey,
through.
Casey. Put him on Parks and Rec.
She's tried to.
Oh, she has tried to. Yeah. Okay, well now I'm trying to. It's not bad. I like it better than The Office. It's brighter.
We watch The Office on repeat all the time. So.
Well, Parks and Rec is just more of that. Man. It's just happier. Damn it, Jerry.
It was hard to get through season 1 for me, but I know it gets better.
It gets way better, yeah. They just need to know their characters.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting
video
off track.
games.
We have too much to talk about.
Games.
So yeah, Breakpoint set for September 5th to 8 for a beta.
I'm interested in, just like Wildlands, but I'll give it a shot and I'll probably never play it.
Oh, the other thing for this year, which I forgot almost. What the fuck is up with Terminator being everywhere, man?
He's in everything.
Literally in everything. Was he at every press conference other than Nintendo and EA? Every press conference, that's like 3.
I only saw him in 2. I saw him show up in Ghost Recon and
Gears. He was in Gears.
And Gears. As part of the Horde mode or whatever.
No. Maybe I'm conflating.
It's really just Terminator.
It's weird though. It's Dark Fate.
It's Universal basically going, oh shit, this movie is not going to make money. Why did we do this?
Because Genesis sucked ass.
Because they keep spoiling their movies in the trailer. Movies, damn it. Video games. Go back to video games.
I feel like we talk about Genesis and Terminator almost every episode.
I
no
hate
matter what. Anyway, continuing on with the Rainbow Six, they also had Rainbow Six Quarantine, which just looked like zombies.
Which is not. I thought it was a Siege expansion. Because
no,
they
it's just
showed
a separate thing, right?
Yeah, because Quarantine it's a separate full game. It's not like a little mini game. It's
zombies.
Yeah, zombies.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. I'll give it a shot. I love Siege.
You played a lot of Siege, right?
Not a lot, but
I thought you were pretty big on it.
I've played a decent amount, and there's a whole huge community for it.
Yeah. I mean, it's in season 3 or 4, season 3 or 4.
6.
Oh shit! Fuck me. All right.
They announced the 6th one, either right before or right after Quarantine.
Oh wow. Okay. Cool.
So.
Oh, this was kind of neat. But I haven't played Odyssey, but they unveiled the story creator mode for Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
So I didn't actually watch the video for it, and this was something that wasn't during the conference, was it? Was it?
Yeah, I think they had a little bit.
I don't remember it, but so it's basically you make side quests.
Yeah, basically. Cool. Yeah,
that's more. It's literally unlimited content for a game that already has 100 hours.
I will say this for Origins and Odyssey, even though I feel like for me they're a little too much.
I agree.
Too much of the same kind of thing, but there's a lot of content to be had from those games.
I would say Odyssey. I recommend Odyssey over Origins any day, just because Origins.
I feel like that's generally what people tell me, just because it's like refinement on Origins.
And it's and you have the sailing of Black Flag.
Yeah.
Plus, it's Wonder Woman, the video game. If you play as Cassandra.
Oh.
There's a lot of you get some cool powers in this game.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. It's a lot of content.
Yeah. Next up. Well, I actually don't know if it was next up because I'm all over the place. But Brawlhalla Cross Adventure Time crossover.
Cool.
Sure.
The show's over.
Brawlhalla Smash, and now Adventure Time's going to be in there.
Cool.
All right, whatever. Gods and Monsters was unveiled, which is from the creators of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, actually.
Yeah. So it's Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but mythological.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's got a very kind of anime-ish art style.
Yeah, cartoon anime type thing.
Sorry,
I don't think we're seeing it. I don't think we're seeing it for a while.
No.
But it looked neat.
Cool.
I'm eager to see more. And then, lastly, kind of a weird one to end. I actually don't remember how they really ended this.
It was Gods and Monsters. That was the end.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, also on here is.
Oh, no, wait. It was Just Dance.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's not on here either.
Which is weird. On the Wii.
Yeah. Well.
It's on the Wii.
It always has been.
I know, but it's on the Wii, though.
Yeah, it's weird.
Not the Wii U.
No, the Wii.
Wii.
And I think that has to do with hospitals. A lot of hospitals use the Wii for physical therapy.
And that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And that's cool. And if that's the one main reason they release it on the Wii, fantastic. Keep doing it. It's just weird
I'm
seeing.
sure there's plenty of people who they have their Just Dance machine hooked up still.
Yeah. That's what it is, basically.
They also...
And Wii Tennis.
Man, now I'm wondering what else is not in here.
I'm trying to think of what else. There was the mobile game that had all of the...
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
had Sam Fisher in it.
Yeah,
and Shield
man,
guy.
that fucking sucks, dude. I know a lot of people, myself included, were hoping to see some kind of Splinter Cell thing, and to see it in that.
Well, hey,
fucking
there you
mobile game.
go.
Where the fuck was Commander Keen?
I believe that was Square Enix, wasn't it?
I thought it was Bethesda at first, but then it wasn't on there.
But that fucking shit show of a
Yeah,
like,
man.
why of all franchises would
Well,
you grab
and-
one from the early 90s?
Well, the shitty thing is there are a lot of people who love Commander Keen too,
Yeah.
and you're gonna revive it. I'm almost positive this was Bethesda because I remember hearing
It sounds
the
like
fucking
Bethesda.
phrase, and we know you love your mobile games. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Fucking Blizzard almost had a riot on their hands
Yeah.
when they unveiled just the Diablo mobile.
Well, it was the patronizing statement.
yeah. Don't
we-
you have phones?
Don't you have phones? Oh my god. Like, and these are people that come back year after year.
yeah, man.
I saw a lot of familiar faces.
So yeah, Commander Keen is getting a mobile app.
Cool. It looks garbage.
Sure, fuck off, man.
I literally wanted to download all the other mobile games that were announced so far over this one.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
Sorry, I got it.
No, you're fine. I'm actually gonna pour some tea. Are you warm?
I'm fine, but you can turn on a fan if you want. No, I'm fine on this. Hopefully. Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. But we knew that going in.
Yeah, we're doing all of them. So yeah, and we're gonna be on Nintendo for a while. So
Yeah.
through Square Enix and the.
That's why I'm trying to get through
Yeah,
like
I'm
some of
sorry
this
if I
shit
keep-
fast. No. I'm totally fine with it. I'm just I'm trying to make sure that we're moving along.
What time do you have to wake up to?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Where the fuck was I? Oh, not in my notes because I was on this. Non-complete.
Man, it's only Tuesday. It's fucking work week, man.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, and to finish out Ubisoft, they also unveiled that they are doing Uplay Plus, which is the new lazy version of like your extra subscription service.
Yeah. So when they announced this, and which is funny, Microsoft announced like uCloud or they did Game Pass and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But when Ubisoft announced Uplay Plus or whatever, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, it's so
This is-
dumb, man.
This was the final straw. That's too many.
Also,
It's too many.
over their whole thing was they have over 100 games. I feel like that's low.
Yeah.
That's like a low.
That's very
number.
low.
Granted, it's all Ubisoft games.
They
so
don't
if you
have
really
that many
like,
franchises.
but if you really like Ubisoft published games, it's not just those developed by Ubisoft; it's the ones published by them too. So if you like them as a publisher and developer, okay. But also, $14.99 seems
Hang
kind
on.
of steep for me.
I got it.
Oh,
This
yeah.
belt is
I-
cutting into my waist.
Oh God.
I'm a whippy boy. Sorry.
No, you're
I'll
good.
cut. Maybe I'll cut that out. I don't know.
$14.99 kind of seems steep to me.
Yes, it's
Uh,
very high,
for the amount that you
and for the
get.
franchise that you get.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess if you really like Assassin's Creed but don't own any of
Or
them,
if you want to play Splinter Cell because that's the only way you can.
if you want to play Splinter Cell, you can just get a fucking Xbox One and then do the backwards compatible. shit.
Hey-o!
That's like I was so pissed by that mobile thing because fucking Microsoft's over here doing all the fucking work for you guys.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I don't
Yeah.
know. Whatever. Anyway, moving on.
It was the worst conference for me.
Yeah,
I know we're not done,
It was
but-
pretty boring. Honestly, there was not much for me to get excited about. I think the most I was excited for was Grandma and
Just Dance. Oh.
Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs Legion. But then they killed that too, so I don't know. Moving on to Square Enix. and these I can already tell are out of order because it started with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I want to hear your thoughts about this. I know you're gonna dive into these.
So, I liked what I saw. Actually, I am okay with the new battle system.
Okay.
It looks interesting to me, and frankly, I don't need a new a higher graphical version of a turn-based Final Fantasy VII. I don't.
That would have.
But there are those purists out there. They're like, it's not turn-based. Like, fuck off.
And you could play the old Final Fantasy VII as well.
Right, exactly. In numerous ways. It's on every modern console.
Yeah.
And PC. So if you want to play that, I'm sure you could find, if you have a PlayStation 1, you could probably find it. I think usually it sells for like $30 or $40 a physical copy.
That's steep for an older game.
Well, and that's when I bought mine. I bought my original copy after the PS2 came out.
Yeah.
For $30, so it might have fluctuated since
but
then.
You can download it and play it
on
your
like
phone
15,
for fuck's sake.
I think it's like 15 on the Switch
eShop.
The thing I am not excited for is that they have made a big point to not really fully explain on this, but they have made it a point to say that this is not. It's multiple discs, or not just discs, but they're doing multiple episodes of this, quote unquote, and they're saying that even though they're doing that, this one will be as long as a normal Final Fantasy game. I'm skeptical because they've said that it's only Midgar, and I know that you can do a lot to kind of flesh that out.
Yeah,
like obviously a
new dialogue,
a section like that in the PS1 era can be greatly expanded upon.
Yeah.
Just in the size of the places you're walking around, let alone actual content. My worry is that we're gonna end up paying $60 for truncated episodes, and now they've come out
stretched thin.
Yeah, like, oh, you have
because Midgar was disc 1.
50, 60 hours of content here, but really it's like 10 hours of story content, and the rest is extra shit.
The rest is walking around, talking to everybody,
which is fine. I mean, I'm one of the people that platinumed Kingdom Hearts 3, so I know about squeezing every drop of a Square Enix title that you can get out of it.
We need to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3, by the way.
I don't even know if that's in here, but I do want to talk about that. Yeah, it's not in here.
The Remind DLC.
That's kind of annoying, man. Now it makes me wonder what's not in this little docket here.
Is this one you had written?
No, it's off of NeoGAF.
Ah.
But yeah, and now they've come out and said that they're not actually sure how many installments it's going to be.
They don't know. They don't know how many discs are in the version you're.
They said 2 discs.
But on promotional material, they took away the 2-disc thing.
Did they?
Yeah, and they've retracted that statement as well.
Okay. Well, fuck me, man. Like,
they said it's 2 discs worth of content, and then they said it's 2 discs, and then now they're saying
it's like
why are you being vague about this?
You don't even know how many like episodes, quote unquote, this is going to be.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that, man? Like, I get that you're putting a lot of resources into it, and it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks good.
It looks fun and everything, but I am afraid that this is gonna, like, they're gonna sink all of their, like, a lot of resources into this, and then it's gonna get, because of the way they're making it and the way it comes out and the way that they're stretching the story across. Well, like, fucking the next Final Fantasy VII installment is probably going to be on PS5 and Scarlet.
So let me ask you this, hypothetical. Let's say the final installment is released in 2024.
Right.
Would you be willing to wait 5 years to just play the full game in its entirety?
Is like after that last one has come out, or 5 years from this point?
From this point. Like if they didn't release it next year.
Here's my issue. Yes, but I want them to come out and say it. But they're not going to, because they want you to buy the game. They're never going to say, like, they're going to do a complete... I know they're going to do a complete edition.
Yeah.
Provided that they make enough money off of it.
They will.
They will, for sure. But...
I don't want to pay $60 for a quarter of a game.
And it's also, like, how cohesive is that going to be? Because your design styles and, like, the way you're like, are you just going to keep refining with each installment, and then by the time you're at the last installment and you do the complete quote unquote edition,
Yeah.
you just roll all the good improvements backwards to be part of the previous editions? Well, then they're like separate games entirely. Like I don't understand this, and I do. It's to make more money, but fuck, man, like
It makes
what
no
the hell?
sense.
And then I think that it was right after this, right after Final Fantasy VII Remake, they went into Kingdom Hearts
Of course they did.
for the Remind DLC, which is not coming out until winter. Which for
way
me
too late.
is so late, man. Like, and this was supposed to be fairly regularly updated.
Yeah.
When they were kind of detailing the DLC plans for Kingdom Hearts 3.
People are going to be done with this game.
I mean, I'll keep going back to it because it's Kingdom Hearts.
But you
and I'm always
platinumed
gonna-
it. You got literally every single ounce that you could out of
Well,
this.
for now, they're adding like some extra story bits, which I would assume would come with trophies. Not that that's the reason I play them,
Okay.
but like I will play it for those extra story bits. And the only way you would get that is if you got to the end. If you play through the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3, what they showed off for that DLC, there's very clear new scenes
Yeah.
that
You get to
will-
play as Roxas.
Yeah, man, and that's actually one of the things I'm excited about because that was a big low point for me for 3 was that they had all these great characters, and it kind of felt like it was a send off
Yeah.
almost, but you didn't get to have these last
send-off
moments
for
with these
everyone.
characters.
Yeah.
You didn't get to play as Roxas. You didn't get to play as Shion. You didn't get to play as even Kairi, even though she didn't do anything. You didn't get to play as all you got to play as was Sora and Riku and Aqua, but Riku and Aqua had both like 2 fights that you got to use it in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was it.
It seems unfinished.
Yeah,
If they're adding stuff like this, like story,
well, and you know,
and they're free updates, aren't they?
and that's actually a good question. They didn't say whether or not it's free.
I mean, in this day and age, if you're going to be adding to the story,
Or did they? I can't remember what they said at the beginning.
maybe it's part of the Remind DLC.
I think they had a mix between free and paid DLC.
Here's the thing. I'm not a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, and I won't go into this for too long. But they did it again. They did the trailer again, where they have no voiceover, no sound effects whatsoever. It's just the song that they assume paid $1 bajillion for to play in the background. Why?
Well, probably
Why?
because they have to. Well, yeah, I was gonna say probably because they have to localize it, but they've shown plenty of trailers with Japanese voices before. I don't know, man.
They had the subtitles. It's
Yeah, I don't know.
That's so annoying because
I-
I'm watching the conference and it's like whiplash.
Yeah, I felt like the reveal was a little lackluster, and the fact that it's so late into the year is pretty disappointing for me. I will play it because I'm a
Invested.
fucking sucker for Kingdom Hearts 3, and I will eat it up no matter what because I'm a terrible human being.
Yes, you.
But
What's the next thing?
anyway, moving on. And again, I don't think these are in order, but
It most certainly is not.
Marvel's Avengers. which I
Yes,
actually
this
think is what
was
they ended on.
so. Yeah, and this was when the press conference started, and people have been waiting for this since they announced it years and years ago.
More info on this for a long time. How do you feel after this info dump?
Of just
Avengers.
at the end of it.
Yeah, that's the right response.
They don't show they call it a gameplay trailer, but you get like a couple of seconds.
It kind of looks like a lot of it's on rails from what they showed.
That's what it looked like,
Yeah.
But it's again that was all part of a cutscene introductory
right,
parts of the game.
It's very clearly made for an express purpose, and
This is, vertical slice is what it's called.
Yeah, exactly. My eyebrows raised a little bit when they started talking about something that sounded very similar to a games as a service model.
Marvel Heroes like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
New heroes that come out and updating storylines over through the course of the year.
I thought this was going to be a
a
single player story.
A focused single-player narrative, yes, that's what I thought too. And the fact that it is looking like it's in the vein of a Anthem or a Destiny but with superheroes.
I don't want that.
I don't want it either.
Why are they wasting Crystal Dynamics pedigree on a fucking...
Well, and here's the thing. This is what happens when your development cycle is so long, and it's based around, frankly, a fad. We are seeing basically the downfall of
games as a service
over time, to the point where now that Bungie is away from Activision,
yeah,
what's the first thing they do? They throw out, hey, there's this big update that's going to come. We're no longer doing games as a service. It's an MMO. Fuck you. We're
free.
doing MMO now.
That's free. Yeah.
And I feel like this was a decision made in a boardroom 3 or 4 years ago, and they're like, dude, games as a service prints money.
Yeah.
And we throw in Avengers too.
Yeah.
Like
we're gonna make buckets.
Yeah, it's
bucket
obvious.
loads.
Like obvious plan.
Broke your brain for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I have talked about games as a service in the past. I have always thought that it's an unsustainable model for a video game, only because it's a video game that if you want to get people hooked on to play day after day after day after day after day, you're going to run out of content almost immediately.
Well,
and then they're going to get bored.
And also, you are not, when you do games as a service or even an MMO, really, just anything that is a continuously updated online service with multiple people.
Yeah.
You not only have to compete for like your own like pedigree.
Yes.
You don't only have to make a good game. You have to make a good game that stands shoulder to shoulder with the shit that's already out there.
Yeah.
But they never do it because they're like, hey, this is our roadmap. Anthem will no longer stick to the roadmap. Like,
oops.
Fuck it. It's out the window.
Whoopsie.
Like, you can't
Destiny
have a development cycle that is like, here's the base game. Also, that thing that we promised you when we told you about the first time is not in there. It'll be in there later. But buy
you
it
have to
now,
pay for it later.
Play it now, and then we'll update you as it goes.
Yeah.
It's not, as you said, it's not sustainable.
And then you'll either do something like Destiny where you basically have to pay for 2.0, the game, later on.
Yeah.
Or you get free updates sporadically, basically. The best example of a games as a service game is Division 2 right now.
Yeah.
And that's only because the game itself...
That was at Ubisoft too. Man, what the fuck? That wasn't on there either.
Here's the thing. It was just like, hey, here's our we're talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Our plan for
here's our 3-year
year one.
plan.
Which, if you're Division 2 fan, cool.
Yeah.
That's more content for you.
Sure.
People are still playing it. Console players can't beat the raid very easily, from what I've heard. And cool. If you're a fan of those kinds of games, then you're a fan. But it's just, with so many games that come out every year.
Yeah, man.
It's, how can you...
What a fucking downer. It's just for, like, as you said, I was expecting a narrative.
We'll have to wait and we'll have to wait and see, though. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. And Hank Pym, really?
That's your first
That's your Ant-Man you go with? Look, I get that he's the original Ant-Man, but just go with Scott Lang, man.
They try so hard to distance themselves from the MCU.
Yeah.
And that part of
Well,
Marvel.
did they? Because it was like Uncanny Valley level of like they kind of look like them, like their MCU
here's the same
counterparts.
costume Captain America had, but it's like with SWAT armor on it.
And hey, they have some great VOs in there: Troy Baker,
Nolan North,
Laura Bailey,
Travis Willingham,
and I don't remember the last guy who's doing Cap. Or was it not Cap?
It was Captain. He is not as well known, but he's done a lot of voice work. I looked him up earlier today.
Yeah. So it's a shame that if this is a games as a service game, then it's a shame that they're going to be in there.
If. But yeah, like they were using a lot of keywords that were making it seem like with the custom costume parts and stuff.
Packs, yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Anyway,
I hope not.
Moving on. Next up was Outriders from People Can Fly.
This was a trailer that was like, okay, but what is it?
Yeah.
Bulletstorm, cool.
Whatever. Like that was my reaction. Like, okay, move on.
Yeah.
After that is Oninaki.
So this is a game that a lot of people had. When I was reading forums and responses, are like, "Oh, this looks interesting." I'm like, they announced this last year
Yeah.
in a Nintendo Direct.
Mm.
This is from the people who made. Correct me if I'm wrong. Look it up for me while I'm trying to explain it. From the people who made, not Odin Sphere.
Ooh, is it?
I think it is.
Vanillaware?
What's up?
Vanillaware?
Not Vanillaware. No,
They
it's
did
not
Odin
Odin Sphere. It's Setsuna. I am Setsuna.
Tokyo RPG Factory. Oh yeah, that is I am Setsuna.
Yeah, and they made another game that just
Lost Sphere.
Lost Sphere. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. And those games were really interesting, but they didn't get good reviews because they were kind of bland. Yeah. This one looks kind of interesting. I remember from watching the trailer from the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, "This looks kind of cool." I always want to try a new IP of an RPG.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. Like Octopath Traveler, I gave a shot. I thought it was a really interesting concept, and I couldn't get into it. But a lot of people raved it. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
So just always try to give a new IP a shot. You know?
Speaking of Octopath Traveler, that's actually on the PC now. I don't know if you saw.
Oh yeah. I'll try it again on the PC.
Real quick, I don't think either of us feel any particular thing about these next ones. Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers.
I actually want to give it a shot.
Well, I hear it's really good.
Like it's a completely different game from Realm Reborn.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And apparently it's the best. It's leagues above Elder Scrolls Online. Apparently, like just the combat and the gameplay is a lot more streamlined.
I mean the people who are in hard.
Yeah, I will give an MMO shot.
I've never been an MMO guy, so
that's fair. It's a time commitment, you know.
Yeah, it is.
You're too busy playing Civ 6.
Yeah, I am. I have plenty of other time commitments. I don't need MMOs in my life. After that is Dragon Quest Builders 2.
God, did this trailer go on?
It did.
Forever. This, first off, this game had already been announced.
Yes,
people already know about this. And it's just more Dragon Quest Builders.
Yep.
Which in and of itself is just more Minecraft.
I feel like when they first revealed Dragon Quest Builders 2, the whole thing was that you can build vertically now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like vertically underground and underwater.
Yeah. I mean, if you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're getting the second one. Also on the Dragon Quest front is another bit about Dragon Quest 11S.
Echoes of an Elusive Age. So they didn't give the release date during the Square Enix press conference, but they did during the Nintendo Direct.
Yes.
And I believe it's September. Everything either has a September this year release date or like an March, April release date.
Yeah, a lot of it looks like first quarter of next year.
Which is really weird. We don't have anything in between now and then for a lot of these games.
It's not on here. Of course it's not.
For Dragon Quest. It'll probably be the Nintendo thing.
Yeah, I looked. It's not on there.
So
the release date.
Again, with the RPG thing, I have never tried playing Dragon Quest. No, wait. No, I was wrong. I was about to say, yeah, I played Dragon Quest, but that was the Studio Ghibli
Ni no Kuni
2. I played Ni no Kuni 2, and I was like, this is fantastic. I love this. And we'll talk about the other one, Nintendo.
And then last but not least, depending on who you ask, is Life is Strange 2.
I mean,
I still haven't played Life is Strange 1.
I recommend it if you haven't been spoiled by it.
I have it downloaded to my PlayStation.
Oh.
I literally have not booted up, though.
Okay. Well, I recommend doing it. It's actually a fun...
It's always on my list. I just never get around to it.
Play with Casey and see her reaction for a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, she likes those kind of branching narrative games. We played Telltale's The Walking Dead together.
Oh, okay.
And we actually went through Detroit as well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love to watch her reactions to some of this stuff.
And yeah, that was it for Squeenix.
It's kind of lackluster, other than the Final Fantasy and the Avengers stuff.
Yeah, I liked a few. I think it could have been better.
Yeah.
And last but not least, is the Nintendo Direct that just aired today.
Here's the one that it's It's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be a good chunk, like Microsoft. I'll try not to take too long.
Okay.
Talking about stuff.
Starting up is Luigi's Mansion 3. How do you feel about Luigi's Mansion?
I didn't play the second one, but I loved playing the first one on the GameCube.
Yeah.
And I never beat it, which kind of makes me sad.
I've never played either. I always want to get around to it. I love the song.
Yeah.
It's
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good music.
Yeah.
Are the first two on Switch? Luigi's Mansion
No.
1 and 2?
They are not. In fact, there are two, or at least the first one has been one that's been requested heavily to the point when they were porting it to the 3DS, that was a big backlash thing. Not
But
backlash,
I mean, I think what they're trying to do with 3 is just be like, but hey, you're getting Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah.
So move on, people.
let's
Still cool.
see.
I mean,
yes, it is cool. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. After that was a random Smash reveal for Dragon Quest, the Dragon Quest hero.
the Dragon Quest hero
in
from like
Smash.
4 different Dragon Quests.
Yeah.
You have 11.
Who will be the second fighter in the Fighter's Pass?
Yes.
Coming out in
They're
summer.
all 4 of them are
Yeah.
one. I think they did that, and which seems unfortunate for Dragon Quest fans. Although I'm sure they don't really think about it retrospectively.
No.
But this was to kind of be like, sorry, it's not the next hero that we're going to announce later.
Yeah.
It was just be like, hey, it's this. I mean, it was kind of a tease.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, and then they used it to lead into Dragon Quest S.
Yes.
And
So, I mean, when it comes to presentation,
it was
good on you.
Yeah.
Well done.
Another video game added to Smash. It's literally going to be everyone, and we'll get to that by the end of it.
I know.
Some quick ones. Panzer Dragoon.
Which it's just called Panzer Dragoon.
Yep.
So it seems to be a reboot, and you don't see anyone on the Panzer.
And they were doing
Dragoon.
I know they were doing a remaster of the original Panzer Dragoon and Orta, but I think those were for
PlayStation.
Xbox.
No, Xbox would make sense.
Yeah, well, Orta came out on Xbox. That was the OG Xbox.
Yes, that's what I mean by that. I mean,
else?
they're the best Star Fox games you can play.
Yeah.
Zing, got him.
Contra Rogue Core. What a fucking random one, man.
And it looked like shit.
Yeah.
It looked like a mobile game.
I was like, what? Okay, yeah, all right, whatever.
But here's the thing. 10 seconds later, you get the whole Contra collection. If you're a huge Contra fan.
Yeah, without Alien Wars, though, which is one of the more beloved ones.
I didn't see that was missed.
Yeah, I believe that's not in the collection. It's notoriously hard Contra.
Which is weird. They have 10 Contra games, but they miss one of...
Well, it's really weird because it was on the SNES Mini.
Oh, really?
Which I have, yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't even think the SNES Mini is in production anymore.
I don't think so, no.
Dark Crystal Age of Resistant Tactics. This is Final Fantasy
It's
Tactics.
Final Fantasy Tactics.
Dark Crystal.
Yeah, it's just a tie-in to the new show.
Yeah.
Good on you, Netflix, you know.
We saw more Astral Chain, which I'm excited for.
I was going to say, so this is Bayonetta.
Platinum Games.
It's Platinum Games. Sorry, I didn't mean Bayonetta. It's Platinum Games who made Bayonetta.
Yeah.
And it's just got that Platinum Games
Mm-hmm.
gameplay
You
to
have
it.
a fucking stand, man.
Yeah.
From
JoJo reference.
JoJo reference. Added to the counter.
I have never
Excuse
seen JoJo.
You should. It's really fun.
I
Why?
hate the art style.
Oh, come on.
It's the art style. It will stop me every time.
All right, fine.
I just don't like the
It's
very.
so good, though.
I know. I get it. It looks fun, but no.
Well, I'm excited for Astral Chain. I get the feeling you are, too.
Oh yeah.
That looks like a lot of fun. Damon X Machina.
I played the demo of this.
How is it?
I feel like I needed one of those
Like a
very
Steel
elaborate.
Battalion
The
one.
Steel Battalion, one of those things, because the controls are very intricate.
Yeah.
But it felt great.
Yeah, it looks super fast and
It was an alpha demo when they released it.
right. I remember because it was right when they revealed it.
Yeah. But it looks cool. It's got a very if you have sensitivity to light, I actually recommend being careful with it because it's a lot of reds and dark reds
Oh, wow.
and blacks and whites flashing lights. So hopefully they have an epilepsy seizure warning before
Yeah,
the game.
I would hope so.
But it's like playing a Virtua Boy game,
Oh, jeez.
but like an anime mech game. It looks really cool. I just be careful
Right,
with stuff
right.
like that.
Fire Emblem Three Houses story trailer.
Yes, the top 10.
very
Fire Emblem.
excited.
I'm so excited. So I haven't played a full Fire Emblem game since Path of Radiance. I picked up Awakening and I picked up Fates,
So, I will
but
say
played them
this.
very shortly.
I will say this. There is a switch that happens from, I think, Path of Radiance to Awakening. They make a style change with Fire Emblem. Not necessarily in the gameplay, although I do think they simplify it a little bit into just kind of a rock, paper, scissors sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's always been there.
That's always been in Fire Emblem.
Excuse me.
God bless you.
But they start to kind of veer towards more waifu territory.
Is it more about the interactions between the characters and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, there was a little bit of that in Path of Radiance. Yeah, but because you can marry somebody.
I
in Path of
love
Radiance.
Awakening. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite games of all time.
And that's Chrom and Lucina, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I did play Fates for a little bit.
Yeah.
I actually got the collector's edition because it was Conquest and Fates, I think.
And then
Birthright.
Yeah, Birthright
Conquest
and
and Birthright, but I got the collector's edition where both were on one cartridge
Yeah.
along with the DLC on there.
That's
I didn't
three whole
even
games.
finish Birthright, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but I kind of bounced off it. I always mean to go back and finish, but
I picked up like literally a month ago. I picked up a 3DS because I'm like, I need a new game system. I didn't have my PS2 at the time, so I picked up that, and I believe it was Conquest.
So you went with the harder one.
I think I didn't know at the time.
So yeah, that was the thing with Fates is between Birthright and Conquest. Birthright was you were on kind of the lighter side,
The Hoshido.
supposedly,
Yeah.
and it's like a simpler, more streamlined
Mhm.
sort of thing. Whereas Conquest is more difficult.
It seems very confusing because they seem like just like a red and blue Pokemon.
Yeah,
type of,
you wouldn't really know unless you followed like the info dumps up to release.
that's so dumb. That's
yeah, it's still
Anyway.
from what I gather, it's still good.
Three Houses.
It's just different, but yeah, Three Houses. I'm really excited for.
It's Harry Potter.
First Fire Emblem game on a home console for quite a while. I think since Path of Radiance actually.
Path of Radiance had a sequel.
Oh, did it?
Yes.
Sacred Flame.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Ooh, I don't know.
But the sequel to Path of Radiance, because I remember one of the characters, Soph from Path of Radiance, grows up and is older.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Three Houses looks fantastic. It's
It's
the
Harry,
graphics.
it's Harry Potter with Fire Emblem.
like three or four different countries all send their kids to one
In school.
school to like
What could possibly go wrong there?
yeah. But like you play as a teacher who
Uh.
recruits your students from the different countries. It just looks that alone intrigues me
Yeah.
as a story.
I'm very excited. I love Fire Emblem. So super excited to see what they come up with
And-
for this.
And that it's because it's been getting delayed and delayed and delayed. I'm really excited for it to come out next
Yes.
month,
Yeah, super soon in July.
end of July.
Yeah.
Still, yeah, still gotta wait a little bit longer.
Next up is Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, and the fact that they are going to have a season pass.
I mean, are you gonna pick up Ultimate Alliance?
Probably. I like Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. One
Great-
more than the
It's a
second
great
one.
party mode.
Yeah.
type
And
of
I actually watched a little bit of the gameplay on the Treehouse following the Direct.
Oh yeah,
It looked pretty good.
cool.
So.
Radiant Dawn was the sequel.
Radiant Dawn.
Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn.
So there's that. No More Heroes 3 got announced.
That's the
Super
other
exciting.
Suda 51. So here's the thing: when they announced the spin-off, the
Travis Strikes Back.
Travis Strikes Back, I was like, oh man, we're not gonna
That
because
was a lot of people's reaction was, oh, it's not 3.
and it didn't sell
Yeah,
good at all. Cough bless you.
thank you. Sorry, my throat is getting sore.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we've been talking for quite a bit, but we're gonna wrap up here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
I might even split this into 2 parts.
That's yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, because there's that time that we have right there.
And then the time of
Extra
yeah.
20 minutes.
No More Heroes 3.
No More Heroes 3. So here's the thing. I'm actually really excited about this. I haven't played 1 and 2.
Oh, you should definitely get around to it. I hope with this, with 3 coming out, I hope that they're gonna do like
that's
2
what
months before.
Yeah.
Here's a combo pack with 1 and 2. That would be great.
That's what I thought that they were gonna do with this, because that would have been really cool.
They might still do it
because the only way to play them is on the Wii.
right? But you have your Joy-Cons for the Switch, so I mean it's perfect.
Yeah. We'll see.
This one was very interesting to me. I actually got really surprised by this. Empire of Sin.
Yes.
Real quick. No More Heroes 3 is coming out in 2020.
Yes.
Empire of Sin is also coming out in 2020, and it's like a mixture between XCOM and like a Total War game.
Is this the Mafia one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was so interested. I looked this up afterwards. Standard gameplay down on street level.
Yeah.
When you're in battles or something, it's like XCOM. But then it'll come up, and you're taking over districts and neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Via different manners of Mafia.
So very XCOM-esque.
Yeah. Well, and like you don't have to go into battle with people if you don't want to. You can do extortion rackets. You can charge for protection, that kind of thing.
Very cool.
Like this looks really fucking neat, and I wish it actually got a little bit more screen time because I would have loved to see more of it.
Did they have a release date for that?
2020.
Okay,
that's all it is.
Yeah. Lots of 2020s.
Yes, lots of 2020. It's set in the 1920s.
Oh, hey.
So Prohibition, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think we're on. It's also by Paradox, which is if you like Paradox games.
What else have they made?
Sorry,
you're fine. Cost bless you.
I believe Pillars of Eternity.
Oh, okay. That's out of my wheelhouse, but
cool. That's right. And we're on the downslope, so now we're gonna get into the big stuff, big stuff. First up was a new trailer for Link's Awakening Switch.
I'm so excited for this.
Dude, this is coming out super soon.
Yeah.
Was this release date known before? I don't remember.
No.
I don't think it was,
This
right?
is the second trailer.
September 20th is when this is coming out.
Wow.
Really excited for this.
This year.
Yeah.
Guess what? This comes out this year. Animal Crossing comes out next year.
I know. Well, okay. We'll get to it a little bit. Yeah, when I first... Okay.
Animal Crossing fans,
all right. Yeah, fuck you.
I'll buy it.
When I first saw the reveal last year, or whenever that direct was, where they showed this off the first time,
I think it was.
I was a little not put off, but skeptical of the new art direction, because I really like the pixel art from the original.
Yeah.
And when they first showed it off, it kind of looked like it was lacking a little bit of character that the original had. This has assuaged those fears.
For sure.
I'm very much looking forward to this. It looks great. So different to what we're used to.
Yeah. But it also feels entirely like the original game.
Right.
Or it looks, at least.
But then it also has this great fucking mode, and this was on the Treehouse as well afterwards, where you like put together your own dungeon.
Zelda Maker.
Yeah, well, that's what I wanted, but after you watch Treehouse, it doesn't seem like that's what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it more limited?
It looks like you are. They're challenges where part of the challenge is to make the dungeon in the shape that it's giving you, and then you run it. And once you complete it, you get a reward from Dompe, that kind of thing. But yeah, when I first saw it, I was like, dude, this is fucking Zelda Maker, and I am so down.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. Maybe they're kind of laying the groundwork for it.
Maybe they're testing it out kind of with this game.
That would be great.
That seems like the perfect...
It seems like an obvious way to go.
Zelda Dungeon Maker.
Yep. And then, after that, we have...
Say it.
Yeah. Animal Crossing, New Horizons.
I meant the other one.
Oh, what?
No, we'll say.
The end?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking? Yeah, we'll leave that to the end.
Oh, fine. We'll talk about this fucking.
I mean, fuck it.
No. We'll do
talk
Animal
about-
Crossing. We'll talk about your precious sheep and
Yeah,
your
I do
Tom
wanna-
Nooks and your blue hedgehogs that aren't Sonic.
Yeah, it Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is the new Animal Crossing coming out, has a release date. Fuck you. Man. This is in my top 3.
And it looks fantastic. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this looks great. It looks
Yeah.
good.
March 20th, 2020. So it did get pushed back. Originally, it was supposed to come out this year. Totally fine with it. I just love the fact that we're seeing gameplay.
Yeah.
And fuck, it looks clean as hell.
I mean, it comes out 17 days
And-
after Final Fantasy. Will you be playing it?
Yeah, I will be actually.
Okay.
I guarantee you, I'll be playing Animal Crossing over. And I know that's fucking sacrilege. And I love Final Fantasy 7, but I am so ready for a new Animal Crossing on a console. And the fact that they detailed some of this in the Treehouse demo. You can play couch co-op.
Oh, I did
Up-
see
up
part of this.
to-
Yeah.
I think it's couch co-op up to 4, and then 8 total.
Oh, cool.
Which you can do online as well.
Nice.
And I am I want this now, so Casey and I can play it because we're looking for a new. We've put in like 60 hours of Super Mario Party on
Really?
the Switch, yeah, because she loves Mario Party.
That explains. That explains Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. No,
So-
she's ready to whoop some ass.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I am so stoked for this. I want to play this with my wife so badly. I'm jazzed, man. This is probably my number one takeaway from the entirety of E3.
Oh wow. Okay.
Maybe Cyberpunk.
But you
Two
just
very
said
vastly different.
very different. Yeah. No. I'm kind of interested in this. Like, I never got into Animal Crossing when it came out on the GameCube, or the 3DS with the fucking house maker thing. Whatever.
Happy
The-
Home Designer.
Yeah, sure. But I'm willing to give this a shot. It looks like a cool, fun, very casual game.
Dude, I'll play with you.
Okay.
I'll come over to your fucking island and be like, all right, Nick, you organize your streets this way.
Stop
and-
fishing all my fish out. Stop
I'll
jumping
go-
on my trees.
I'll go pull your weeds for you.
Oh, cool, man. Thanks.
I'll be there.
I'm not
gonna
gonna do that for you, though.
These
I'm
5 words, I swear to you.
Okay.
Animal Crossing will rock socks.
Okay.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Fuck you. Animal Crossing will rock socks. Okay. Cool. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. We'll go ahead. I don't know. What do you want to end with? Smash or the?
Oh
other
yeah, I
one?
forgot about the other Smash. So yeah, the other Smash.
You
We'll
want to
do
do
the
the
other
other
Smash.
Smash first? Banjo Kazooie. It's
Yeah.
coming to Super Smash. I know that this was on a lot of people's lists of requested ones that were kind of like they're never going to do it.
Yeah.
So this is really cool. I'm a big
Cloud was on a lot of people's list way back in the day. too,
right?
so.
Or Snake.
Snake too. Yeah.
Ryu, Ken. Fuck, everybody's in there, man.
Yeah.
Now all they need is Waluigi, which I guarantee you, if they're doing it, it's going to be the last one.
The very last one. Yeah. Imagine that right before Christmas they announce it.
Waluigi. Well, this one, Banjo Kazooie, is set to hit Smash in fall of this year.
Whereas the Dragon Quest Warriors
Is
were
summer. Yeah.
So it's very vague. We're already in summer. So
Yeah.
hurry up.
I'm a big Banjo stan, so like I'm cool.
This banjo looks weird, though.
It's like a cross between classic Banjo and Nuts and Bolts Banjo.
It looks like a very baby-faced banjo. Like it looks like what was the Japanese Homer Simpson commercial?
Mr. Fuck.
Was
Sparkle?
Mr. Sparkle. Yeah, look like that with
Yeah.
those eyes. Like
Well,
very
to be
bright.
fair, I think what it actually looks like is what we would have gotten if we got a proper Banjo Kazooie 3.
Yeah.
Or 3E, as those in the know. Instead of Nuts and
Fuck,
Bolts.
you
which
fucking lame.
trash. Dude, like, I grew up with Banjo, so, like, and they have fucking Spiral Mountain, and they got the fucking music.
Yeah.
If nothing else, Smash Brothers Ultimate is, like, the best Nintendo music player you could possibly
You
find.
could play it with their screen off.
Yeah.
And just have that in your pocket. I guess.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, to wrap up, big announcement. with like
Quote-unquote.
nothing really there, just kind of a teaser, really.
This is.
They're doing a sequel to Breath of the Wild, and it is in development.
It's not a Legend of Zelda sequel. It's a Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yes.
Which you can obviously tell with the same art style, same character models, as far as I can tell.
Right.
Zelda is alive.
Now, I have not finished Breath of the Wild, so I don't really know why she wouldn't be alive.
It's the. It's in the first couple hours of the game.
Okay.
It takes place 100 years after Zelda and Hyrule and everything.
Well, who's chick then?
What?
Who's girl?
Zelda.
That
I don't
thought
know.
she's dead.
I don't know.
Is
That's the thing.
Is
It's
she
a
not?
sequel, though.
Is she not in Breath of the Wild?
She's in Breath of the Wild, but through flashbacks.
Oh. Did you finish Breath of the Wild?
So I got all the way into Ganon's
Well, how the fuck do you know?
got all the way into Ganon's castle. They're not gonna do it again, where she shows up and she's in a
Wouldn't
crystal.
they? Wouldn't they fucking?
They have. Okay, they've only done it like 7 times. All right.
What I'm getting from this is that we both need to go back and play Breath of the Wild and finish
Fuck,
it.
man, that's another 200 hours.
Just
I already gotta
streamline
play
it, man.
Persona 5.
There's a video. There's videos out there where you can go to Death Mountain in like 10 minutes. It's fine.
Yeah, but with like 3 hearts. I'm not gonna do that. I'm bad. I'm bad, but I will because Breath of the Wild's fantastic. It looks very. A lot of people were making comparisons with this analogy, Ocarina of Time to Majora's Mask, where it looked a lot darker, like it had a very dark aesthetic.
Yeah, it did.
Very scary, spooky,
Mhm.
like creepy music too. Very intrigued. We're not going to be getting this game for
for
at
a
least
long,
2 years.
long time.
At least until I want to say next gen Switch.
Yeah, or the end of this, or it might be that like what Breath of the Wild was like. Yeah, it'll come out on Wii U, but
Yeah,
get it on Switch.
but I mean, this Switch is going to be the one that they're going to keep for a while. It's going to be Switch and then Switch 2.
And yeah, that
was
wraps-
E3.
That wraps it up. That's E3. What's your general feeling on this year?
It was kind of very lackluster when it came to surprises and shocks. Game announcements,
Yeah, a lot
just
of
in
it,
general.
a lot of stuff that we already knew about.
Yeah, and a lot of release dates for games that were coming out next year.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. The holiday is looking a little sparse.
Especially when we were, like, a lot of people were thinking 2020 was the year of Last of Us and
Yeah.
Death Stranding. Death
Well,
Stranding's coming out this year.
Yeah, Death Stranding is coming out this year. Last of Us isn't. We're not seeing that until PS5.
Just the next-gen systems are all up in the air. And
Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not coming out until PS5.
Yeah. We'll just have to wait and see. There's a lot of question marks that I still have. A lot of questions I still have.
Right. Well, and maybe we'll get some info on those guys in the next State of Play from Sony, since they didn't do anything for E3 this
Maybe
year.
in the next month or 2.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. But this has been Nicknames Games. Make sure to check us out at patreon.com/nicknamesmovies to donate $1, as low as $1. It's super cheap, and you'd actually be helping us out in producing more content for you. This has been Nicknames Games. It's the first episode of this. Let us know what you think about us talking about video games. We're very passionate about it.
We are, obviously, because we did, 3 hours?
2 hours. Yeah, with this deleted footage and everything. I feel really bad. I'm sorry. I kept you.
No, it's totally fine. I
You just
enjoy
love talking about video
it.
games.
I do. I could go on for clearly hours.
Yeah, and so can I.
And we kind of started sprinting there for a
we could have talked about a lot of this stuff over the span of several episodes, but due to time commitments and all that, we obviously had to kind of smush it all together.
If we do another one, I don't think they'll probably be this long, but obviously this is a special circumstance.
Yes,
so.
E3, and obviously I'm actually thinking about splitting this into maybe 2 episodes. Maybe first episode will be if you're listening to this today on Wednesday, and then the next episode maybe on Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Let us know what you think about this. Let us know if you want to hear more game stuff. We're going to continue movie episodes. We actually won't have an episode on Saturday, but like I said, this will be 2 episodes, each an hour long. More content, and make sure to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel as well. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.
You don't need to make fun of my stuff.
I will.